And hello,
Oh,
everybody.
he
Sorry,
froze up.
we froze for a second. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. We are Hard Knocks Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these beautiful people over here. I got that right, but you can't see my hands. Are your heroes for the evening, my best friends. Today we're going to continue across Eberron, but before we do, as always, we're raising money for Extra Life, specifically for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So go click on that link. Do the lawful kind thing, open your heart wallets and be a hero IRL. If you don't feel like going and clicking on that link, you can scroll down right here on Twitch, scroll down and just click on there and donate right here on Twitch, and you still get to do the awesome thing without clicking on any suspicious links. So that link's not suspicious, that's straight from Extra Life. But anyways, hello, hi. No, stop. Are you rigid? I hate that even more for some reason. I don't like it.
I don't know if you should read some of this out loud.
I'm going to. This is how it works. So
very well,
folks. Yeah, it's like a newscaster on the prompter. It's just, it has to happen if I see it. God damn it. That's actually somewhat close to our little blurb in our YouTube about us. No shit, go read it. I can't remember exactly what it says, but it's like
hard roleplay, hard story, harder failures.
Yeah, that's it. Holy shit, good memory.
No, I'm reading it. It's on our Twitch as well.
I thought you just fucking memorized. I was like, holy shit.
No.
That was some savant level shit right there. But anyways, I hope you folks are having a wonderful Saturday. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for playing with me. We'll be joined by our very own Mr. Crowley very shortly. Hopefully we will see him soon. He's just running a little bit behind, but we're going to go ahead and kick it off for today. Are there any announcements or anything first before we get started? Good things, bad things, wonderful things, weird things? No, nothing. All right. In that case, as we left off, our heroes, the Shining Vanguard, went into the depths of the Feywilds, more specifically into the lair of one Sora Katra, one of the daughters of Sora Kel. After felling her sister Sora Maina in the Battle of Six Kings, they chased down Sora Katra to her lair, where Ganduin's I want to say it every fucking time. The mother of Ganduin's child was held prison.
No, say it.
No.
Say what you
Baby
want.
mama.
The mother of Ganduin's child was kept prisoned by Sora Katra in an attempted exchange. His hand to the life of the mother of his child as well as his child. Her magically enhanced pregnancy, she is very close to that day of birth. She was doing something, as Milo and Kaushik keenly picked up on, to maybe make the baby a little bit more pliable in its life, more prone to evil behaviors if subtly persuaded to do so. But that isn't a concern for now, at least, as Sora Katra lays slain at the feet of Ganduin after stabbing her with the PHB, as we lovingly call it. I'm not going to attempt the full name because it's something scientific that Cody/Milo came up with. Proto Hyperblade or some shit like that.
Polymorphic Hemotech Battle Gear.
I was nowhere near that.
No.
That name was over here and I wasn't even close. So anyways,
PHB,
as we lovingly refer to it as, beheaded her. So now that is exactly where we're going to pick back up. After this binding ceremony, Artyom attempted to give her life to her. She decided not to take that chance, attempted to escape at the very end, but was not quick enough, as Ganduin stepped up, stabbing her and cutting off her head before she even had a chance for last words. So Shining Vanguard, we pick up right here in the swamps of the Feywild as a light rain starts to drizzle here in Sora Katra's previous lair. What would you like to do?
I would rifle through her stuff.
On her person?
I'm checking them pockets.
Okay, you just immediately start.
I just chop her head off. Body slumps to the ground. Just check her pockets.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, Artyom would probably call out and making sure everyone's okay out there.
Lucas answers.
16.
You hear Lucas's voice. Fine back here. We handled the other night.
Still no mental link, so that's a verbal verbal callback.
Milo finishes connecting to the music server, and then we'll probably rush up to Gandalin to check for injuries.
You rush up to Gandalin. He is rifling through Sorakatra's pockets, and otherwise on a what was it? 15?
16.
16. On a 16, you already know via your other conversations before you attacked here, Sorakatra and her lair here, that the robes that she is wearing and the amulet that she is wearing are both magical in nature. She also has a ring on one of her hands as well that seems to have some magical energies as well, or it seems to be arcane in nature.
Fantastic.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and yoink the ring and the amulet, and as Milo walks up, there's gonna be kind of one of y'all
Are you
with
injured?
that robe. I think that's also a bit magical.
Yeah, I'll give it all a look here shortly. Figure out specifically what their properties are.
Hey,
Are you?
we need to get the fuck out of here before, I don't know, some of these wisps might try to kill us, or this is a personal area that she might have, so it might start collapsing. I don't know how this works. We got to go.
Right, I was just seeing if he was immediately hurt.
No, the fucking idiot healed me before she died, so I'm fine.
Interesting choice.
Yep.
Her loss, clearly.
Yep.
Zura's gonna go find the two rings that fell off Mazarth when he had to desummon and resummon him.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't lose that.
Don't lose those.
Don't lose that.
Good
If
call.
nobody else, yeah, if nobody else moves toward the robe, Pip will like take the robe and fold it up and,
Collect.
collect.
Make sure we've got them. Check them out later.
Right.
Kind of just like fades into vision, standing near Gandalin. Oh, guess.
Um,
Milo will check out the body from like a magical / medical or arcano-medical perspective. Basically seeing if he can determine any traits, any special traits that would set her apart from other hags. And if not, or if he found out that like it would take more research, he is going to figure out another solution. But first, seeing what he can get
Autopsy.
immediately.
Sure. Give me a quick investigation check.
Ooh, I ain't so bad at those. Hey, I am. How not bad at those am I? It'll be
so you should be good.
27.
27.
Pretty good.
On a 27, you're looking over her person, from a magical perspective, from a medical perspective, seeing if there's something that sets her apart from other green hags. With the 27, from your knowledge of green hags in general, her resistances in the fight didn't seem to be abnormal. Her abilities, while certainly amplified for a hag of her level, you think some of that also comes down to her coven and her circle. Like, she gains power from that, and also being in her lair. With her coven being together, this fight would have been a different story. With them not being here, you guys came out triumphant. On a 27 investigation check, though, an odd thing that you do notice is that the thorny black tattoos that you may have seen previously that run up her forearms and fingers are no longer there.
What would Milo understand to be the most core or magical parts of a creature's body?
Most core or magical parts of a creature's body?
Tonsils.
I'm gonna be straight up with you. He doesn't want to be hauling around her entire body, but when it comes to being able to continue to do some kind of research or meddling, like what would be the parts that he could take with him that would be the most useful?
Yeah, I don't think research necessarily, like just continuing off that 27, I don't think there's anything that Milo thinks he can learn as far as research goes. I think as far as magical components go, maybe the heart of a hag would be something that he could use as a component.
Ew.
Gotcha.
That's gross.
Then
Start carving, Milo.
yeah,
It's already an incision in the chest. It's already been made.
Okay.
the Parkyum.
Slick and Artyom are gonna zip on over to the wrecked house and see if there's anything to just snag out of there. If anything stands out, while just taking the hat off and just potions and vials and things, just throwing them in there to look at later.
Give me an investigation check, and
I'll-
Slick will give you the aid action.
Well, that handles that. I was gonna send
No,
my
absolutely. This is happening while you're doing your investigation. I don't want to stay in this place like.
No, I was gonna say I can
2
send
minutes.
the drone over, so
Oh,
I'm doing
okay.
my thing and it can come help you out or whatever.
Sorry, what was I rolling?
Investigation, and Slick will give you the help action.
Okay. Well, that's 18, maybe. Nope, that's 2.
Well, Mr. Smith smells like glass over here.
Just investigation. I think that's just going to be a 19 for me.
19,
That's pretty
Oh
good.
no, wait, I got +3, 21. Hell yeah.
21.
Hey,
On a
Anyone?
21, a lot of the items in here have been destroyed by the concussive force of being shunted back into this timeline, right? But you do see the remnants of a bunch of like old ingredients. I say old ingredients, like they are now old as in no longer usable. But different types of like hag ingredients, all like from something as inconspicuous as like eye of newt to some other like more deranged type of ingredients, like guts of a goat or some shit like that, right?
Right.
As you're going through there, a lot of that stuff completely crushed and obliterated. With a 21 though, over a 20 on your investigation check, you do find a couple of items that survived the blast that do seem to have some magical significance to them. You find a mortar and pestle, and you find a book that is covered in flesh with a tongue strapped, like nailed to the front of it.
funny you should mention tongues.
I'm just gonna pop that open and start reading. No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nothing could
not.
possibly go wrong.
Hey, this looks like it's the set to go in the one that Edders has.
That he has sealed away somewhere.
DM,
Yeah.
I will be taking her eyes, heart, hands, tongue, and hair.
She doesn't have a lot of hair, to be honest. Like
Little ball.
when her true form came out, she was like had like just little small white strands of hair that kind of greased.
He can get a full lock.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he can gather enough for a lock of hair. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I assume we want to keep the head mostly intact to go with the other one, so that there's a big morale boost whenever the Breelish armies are marching up to the Great Crag with 2 out of 3 of their leaders' heads on pikes.
Well, this one ain't gonna have eyes or a tongue, but sure.
That's okay.
That's even better.
I'm sure with a party of level 19 characters, I'm sure we can figure out a way to make the eyes look peaceful and not like weirdly sunken in.
It's like a morbid, like head on a pike, like no eyes, no tongue. Very horror movie-esque.
Yeah, well, fucking Orokai style when they came pulling up to the ruins after the Rohirrim had killed all them fuckers.
Yeah, this is very Vlad the Impaler-ish.
We can have Crowley talk to him again a little bit later.
Oh. Pip's just gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I didn't mean to speak over you. Sorry. Pip's just gonna study Gandalf. Just casual. She's not like up in his face or anything, but she's gonna study him and kind of see what's up.
Sure. If you're asking for an insight check, that is for Ganowin to determine and what you would see off that.
Sure. Roll it.
Yes. Yes, please.
She rolls that. Ian, what did we take off the body? We have the robe, the ring, and what else?
Robe, ring, and amulet.
That's a 23.
23. I mean, just from like studying him passively, like, well, probably kind of while he's doing a bit of pacing around, looking while people are rifling through stuff and chopping off body parts. Apparently, I mean, probably the thing that stands out the most is he looks probably the most relaxed that Pip has seen him, probably since their initial run-in, or maybe ever.
I was thinking in terms of like, because she was her reintroduction to him was.
I'm saying like he probably
and-
looks even
yeah.
more relaxed than like when y'all met in
the very beginning.
In the very beginning, like there's always been kind of like he's always
Back.
like kind of tensed, and kind of just like almost always at like a ready to move kind of general bearing, and it seems more or less almost completely relaxed at this time. We need to go. Let's go. If everybody's found whatever the fuck they're looking for.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take RTM and Slick like a minute to look through the rubble of that house.
Mm-hmm.
That
Gotcha.
house got collapsed in on, so they're shuffling through there. You guys have like probably at least 15 minutes of that, right? So if there's anything that anybody would like to do in that 15 minutes, otherwise they're just kind of hanging out, we can skip forward to the end of that. I will say Lucas ends up coming to you, Gandwin, in that time and says, "Did she say anything? The keeper.
What?
Where's Jayla?"
She said she didn't know.
Well, that's got to be our next step. What's our next step past this then to find her?
Go to the Great Crag, I suppose.
Where's the third?
We don't
In
know.
the Great Crag, I suppose.
There we go.
Gotta get back first.
You said we have about 15 minutes, right, DM?
You probably don't if you're removing all those body parts. This is while you're removing all those body parts. RTM and Slick are searching the house. This is for the folks that aren't really doing anything in that time.
Gotcha, fair enough.
Koshik is going to approach Gandalin, take the flask out of the bag of holding, and here's your woman. Hand it to him.
It's kind of raised eyebrow. Takes the flask, just kind of holds it for a moment. Might as well hold on to it, keep it in your bag.
You just want to leave her in there?
It's probably
Don't
not
think-
safe out here anyways.
They don't see any point letting around here,
Agreed.
yeah.
Speaking of, where's my siren?
your incubus, she just sort of
Yeah,
like,
where's my incubus?
well, she had her hands on your shoulders originally trying to help you
Oh,
get
that's right.
across.
Yeah.
So she's still just sort of like flying behind you and massaging your shoulders for right now.
All right, I'm gonna lean
Well,
in.
Okay.
Won't she be dangerous soon? Aren't they only our friends for a short period of time? Isn't it?
I think it's like 2
like
hours,
an
right?
hour. Yeah, it's an hour.
Time for 30 minutes of massage before this is. I mean, we haven't been here that long.
I was like cracking a rib cage open. He's just like,
Well, technically, it'll be up to her own volition, so make friends, I guess.
Koshik's just gonna like look back at the succubus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of roll her eyes and walk away.
I'll turn around and be like, "Oi, love, what's your name?"
I don't have
Jessica.
Sally.
Jessica.
Michael.
No, not after that match from last night.
Jennifer.
Ooh, fantasy name generators for fiends. Let's go.
Glad I'm not the only one who has the name generator tab open at all times when DMing.
It'd be like that sometimes.
She gets really close to your ear and just like whispers into it, just incredibly seductive, like, and just says, "Tallrith."
Is that her actual
Wait.
name?
Insight check.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Give me 1 second.
Why the music's so sad? We just won. I don't know why the music's so sad.
You don't? No idea?
Oh.
No thoughts?
We secured the dub.
At what cost?
As Milo's doing his thing, Artyom, you both wrapping up with your investigation checks. Artyom, you walking up. Artyom, as soon as you walk up with the book and the mortar, the succubus has a visceral reaction to the book, like immediately snatches away from Pip about 15 feet and just like hisses at it at first. And then just
Oh, you
sits
know-
down.
We'll spin around.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what
Maybe
this
get a
is?
cat.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of people talking at once. I have no idea what any one of you said.
Archie, I'm after. You know what this is?
No, I don't. But I don't like it. Stinks.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I'll perception check to see if this book stinks.
You gonna sniff the book?
I'm gonna sniff the
20.
book.
On a 20 insight check, you're looking at it and it's like almost like how do I describe this? Just like an animalistic type reaction, like
Right.
base instinct, want to get
Mhm.
away from something, without prior knowledge to it. Like something about
Right.
the essence of that book is repelling her away from it. She's not lying. She has no clue what it is, but it is repulsive to her. The book smells like sort of rotted flesh, like long rotted flesh, almost mummified flesh. I don't know what that smells like, but that's what it smells like.
Cool.
Gross.
So yeah, it stinks. Not enough to make you fly 15 feet away from it, but what were you saying, Pip?
Oh, no, sorry. So Pip will walk over to Talrith and she'll like kind of lean over into her ear and be like, "Oh, Talrith, we appreciate all your help today, love. And so with that, if you're okay, where will you go from here? I release you to go." And she'll kind of lick the side of her face.
We're going to leave, and she can stay right here because I don't think that thing's going to be very friendly to us in about an hour or so.
I'm not a thing.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, rude. We appreciate your help, love. And I hope you remember that we let you out. Stay safe.
She's technically still charmed by you for the next like 30 minutes or so, but she does look around. Well, if I'm free to go, directions would be nice. Where am I?
You're in a pocket dimension of the Feywild. It's ran by one of the 3 ruling hags of Droam.
I assume.
A place, yeah,
Gotcha.
not anymore though.
Any chance you could get me back to the material plane?
No.
No.
It's lots of things I like to do. Maybe not release succubi on people. Probably the people you'll be going after will be the people that we're trying to help win the war. So
What war?
we're a little bit of a war before Zoriat sweeps through and tries to take over everything.
I'm not sure what that is. Don't plan on helping anybody but you guys at the moment.
Okay.
However, if you're just leaving me here, I don't really have a way back.
Shrug.
Were we
Pretty
planning on using?
I'll look over to Pip and go, hey, since she likes you a lot, how about you ask her how many souls she's taken over the course of her lifetime and see what she says.
I'll look over at Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
Got a body count, love. I don't know why men are always so concerned with women's body counts, but there you go.
I said that I was trying to say that to you telepathically so that you could propose a question to her, and it didn't sound
to
like
be
use it
just transparent with everybody. She is charmed by the group. For she is like friendly to everyone here.
I was under the impression that she was charmed by the person who released her.
She is friendly to all of your allies, is what the Iron Flask says. So
Gotcha.
Cool.
Right. That part I remember is friendly to all allies, but I thought only charmed by the person who released her.
Right. So you ask her, Pip? Over my years,
Like 5.
Bullshit.
probably in the low 500s.
Yeah.
How old are you?
A couple hundred years.
That's nothing.
That's what I think.
I
I
agree.
do what I like most
Jeff?
times, rather than reporting to any of the higher ups.
Indeed. Do you have criteria?
Of course, my own standards.
What are the standards?
Not living under a quota is. It's good for the work-life balance, to be honest.
I agree. It's so hard to come by as well.
Get to choose my own hours. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. Do you have any criteria for the souls you choose?
Well, they gotta look good. First and foremost.
Of course.
I don't take soul.
Fair.
Yeah. And that's about it.
Just basically be fit,
Be hot.
be hot. This problem.
Yeah.
Oh, what are your thoughts? Like, so to be fair, right now, you're charmed. Not my fault. It kind of came with the
You're all
with the flask.
very charming.
Oh, why? Thank you. We appreciate that. Although some of us more than others could use a bath. She cuts her eyes. But so I don't know. What do you think? If you're not that picky to begin with, what do you say you throw in with us and like pick from a select group of hotness? If we like, would you mind like going in a particular direction for a while?
What do
Just
you
a
have,
short while.
What do you have in mind?
I feel we're going to be interacting with a lot of people coming up, and some of them, I don't know. We're going to be interacting with a lot of people. We'll be coming across lots of potential for you. We can make it very easy, and it would help us. We could be like win-win, right? If you just kind of like chose from this crew over here, if that makes sense.
Oh, so like you point them out and then I would do my thing.
Absolutely. Tell me your type, love. I'm here to help. I'm a great wing girl.
That's a lot like the arrangement that I didn't want to get in the first place, like with a quota and a selection. I couldn't choose my own.
Quota, no quota. No quota.
An ultimate
We're just
deal
here to be
for you.
wingmen.
How do you feel about trolls, ogres, lycanthropes, and harpies?
There's
Hard pass.
Right, so
There's attractive folk of all different kinds. I have no problem with anyone.
our team has a good point, and I would really like for us to get somewhere safe enough for me to look into these things we found. So, regardless of future deals, how about this really fantastic deal? We do get you back to the material plane, and you don't fuck with us and or anyone around us.
By her very nature, to survive, she literally takes people's souls, right? I mean, a couple of years for the past 250 years. We really would just want to be like, oh, yeah, let's just take this super predator that's going to steal people's souls back to material plane.
Be real, I'm not super certain how fiends are in this setting.
How do you eat?
I murder the shit out of animals and eat the fuck out of them. Like, out of character.
Well, that she's asking you that.
Oh, she's asking a character, like, plant animals. They
Is it not the
die.
same?
They go on. Their souls go to a particular place and not in your belly.
We are one and the same.
No, I don't eat souls. It's a different thing.
I think the rabbit might disagree.
Well, I am not one to be in a position to judge, but whatever we're going to do, we should do it soon. We don't know what these things do, so the sooner I can look them over, the better.
Agreed.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's-
to
yeah,
be completely
let's-
fair, if you get me back, I'm probably going back to the demon waste. So
I say we
Yep.
take her back.
Sure, let's take her back. She only specifically said she wanted to go to the material plane. Alright, is Milo taking us back or is Artyom?
Milo has no spell slots high enough to get us back.
Okay, Artyom will uses his
I mean,
jazz.
how many people can plane shift take?
If there's not enough for everyone, I'm taking Slick over somebody.
I was about to say, I was like, would we even have
Hey,
enough slots
true.
to take her? Like, they'd be like, tough shit. Good luck.
You and up to 8 willing creatures, so 9 total, including Artyom.
don't forget Lucas and Slick do count.
So that's we have 9 prior to we have 9 exactly.
Oh yeah, you're going to have to hang out here for a little while. There's souls in the Feywild. There's little face sprite things, I believe, are probably souls or somebody. So maybe they're interested.
How's this? I'll make you a deal.
I have to do the Crowley thing here as I look at his character sheet, and I have to represent Matt well. Matt says I could, or Crowley rather says I could teleport some of us.
Artyom just gives Crowley like, why the fuck are you trying to buy more trouble for us? Look, like, come on, we had to
Hey.
clean out.
Y'all figured that out. Here, Artyom,
I
let
feel
me
like
let me
Matt
see
would
that.
do that.
It does sound like something Matt would say.
While they
Why-
bicker,
you're not-
Milo is going to begin casting Identify.
Yeah, we're gonna
Don't-
plane
don't
shift.
bicker
Got it.
about this
No. We're going to plane shift right now. You have a really nice life. Bye. We're coming. Come on, let's go.
She doesn't attack you. She's so charmed.
What?
She just frowns and says, waving towards Biff.
Grab those rings off of Mazareth real quick.
Just
I
put
have
them
an
back
idea.
on.
What did you say her name was?
Tallrith.
Alrith.
Telrith, give me a lock of your hair.
What does Milo want with the succubus? That
I can get you back
A lot
tomorrow.
of things, dear.
was Ian. Fucking.
Give me a
I just-
persuasion check.
It's an offer he's making to her.
That's, it's still give me a lock of your hair, even to your best friend, is a weird request, right?
Well, I mean, he will explain why. 15.
Okay. I think 15 up for a charmed creature is well within the range. She says, "Okay, dear," and she doesn't cut it for you. She just holds out her neck.
Oh, the temptation
just-
to just is strong.
Does she have
Milo
like 2
is-
hit points left anyway?
She got healed. She got healed by
Oh,
Crowley.
okay.
She's full health.
Milo ain't interested in what she's selling. He's gonna take a lock of hair, put it in one of his pouches, and
Well, see you tomorrow. Please don't attack us. And I see you again. You won't be under the influence.
She takes her finger and puts it over your lips and sniffs. Oh dear. Are you sure that you want to go now? And she like takes her hand, traces her, and she sniffs around you even more. And she looks at you.
That's very nice.
And she says,
very, very nice. Okay, yeah.
She goes, no one? Never?
No. Nope. We're good. Yep. Thank you very much. All right.
We could be better. You push her away.
Oh.
Like,
All right, Tim. We're good. We're good now.
He's like
Yeah.
side eyeing
leave
the
the nerd
succubus.
alone. Leave the party nerd alone.
Okay, but they're already just gone.
That was so awkward.
You're talking in the middle of the plane shift, you guys, like
Yeah, it's just
energy rushing around you. Okay, guys.
Weird.
Let's
We're-
roll it.
We're
Let's
here.
find out.
We are
I wanna
at
know.
the crossroads.
How
2 years
spicy
later.
is the spice table, by the way?
2 years later.
It is just the inverted roll,
Okay, we're
the
just going with
inverted table. So it's no
Alright.
spicier than the last thing I put in the chat for you guys.
That's pretty spicy.
That was a spice.
It's a pretty spicy meatball.
It's pretty spicy. What do we
Uh,
determine? That means we have a 65% chance to lose time, like
Yeah.
significant amounts.
to lose some
Hell
time.
yeah.
To be
Hell
fair,
yeah.
the table is that days become weeks, days become months. So it will be abbreviated, being that you only spend
okay.
about an hour or so.
Okay, that's not nearly as bad. That's a good
Right.
point.
So.
An hour. More like 20 minutes, right?
Well, you guys had to stealth up to the
We
hut,
got
which took
sneak.
some,
Oh.
taking
We
that time.
did the sneaky.
I don't like D&D 6-second rules, so however long the fight took, a couple of minutes, 15 minutes there, about an hour, right? 15 minutes to investigate, a 20-minute conversation with a succubus.
Jeez, Louise.
So, for those of you at home, so I also have to explain it to those guys. I forgot you were here. I'm so sorry. We're a bad host. For those of you at home, when you enter the Feywild, something you may not know about it is that there is something called time warp or time slippage, where time acts a little bit differently back on the plane that you are from. These guys being from the material plane, time acts a little bit differently, and they risked by going in here immediately, like they thought they should. They risked a lot. Maybe they weren't thinking about maybe they were, who knows. I'm not going to speak for anybody here, but
I mean,
going
we're only in
into
here an
this,
hour. We got pretty good odds of it not being that bad.
we're using the time warp table from the DMG. However, I've inverted it to make it a bit spicier for our guys. We've all agreed upon that here. Or we've all had the chance to agree upon it here. If you didn't agree on it, then, read the terms and conditions. On a natural 20, which is the best result, I'll go from best to worst here. On the best result, not a natural 20, days will become minutes. So with this little bit of time you've spent in here, you will pop out nearly the instant that you left, with no time passed. You will pop back out like at the Breelish camp, and they will.
Success.
Yeah. What's up, Matt? You're in here for the important role. Good. I also, just so you're aware,
Cameras are all messed up.
I'm fixing. Oh, it's just white. So I'm fixing this right now.
He's all little.
I like your
Matt-
mustache, by the way.
Matt's in the corner now.
So,
Don't
he
put
is.
Matt in the
He
corner.
just disappeared. God damn. All right, listen here. So, I think he was hiding in the other corner last week. That's why he's over there. Matt switching up corners. Anyways, Matt. Just so you're aware, I did antagonize the party with a teleport request for the succubus that was with you. Voted against though, but I figured you would want it done. I think. Yeah.
They're an important member of the party too. They fought.
Exactly. See, I knew I was right. However, now as we RTM just plain shifted away, Milo did take a lock of her hair for something. As a token
Like
of
a little doll.
Gross.
No, so you can summon her to the material plane
Creepy.
to help her get out of here later.
So I'm explaining the time warp table that we've gone with. I've inverted the one that is in the DMG. However, going from best result to worst, a nat 20, like I said, you will pop out nearly the instant that you left. Everybody around you will be confused as if the job is done, but that is like best case scenario for you guys. 18 to 19 days become hours. You'll be gone a couple of minutes or so, and you'll be right back. But still, Breelish's army will be right in the same place, right? On a 14 to a 17, no change. Breelish's army is probably at least started the march, right? Started the march forward to somewhere else. 7 to a 13, days become weeks. You're talking about days out at this point. On a 7 to a 13, at least a few days have passed. And in order to settle that, where it says days become weeks, I'm going to roll percentage checks, okay? And basically it'll be how many weeks was that? On a 3 to a 6, days become months, meaning you'll be gone for weeks on end. And on a 1 or a 2, days will become years, okay?
Awesome. So we're rolling a d20.
We are rolling a d20.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Who wants inspiration?
Oh no, it's
This-
just him rolling 1d20.
This is
Roll
1d20.
all 3 and choose the highest one.
No,
I think we can make it even spicier by having us each roll our own d20, and that's how much time's passed for each of us individually.
Oh no.
Oh my
What?
god.
As
You
the
wanna
dungeon
really
master
split
of
the
this
party?
campaign, I am going to respectively refuse the chance of splitting this party 7 ways
I got an
Technically,
8.
technically 9.
across multiple timelines. So, Shiny Vagrant, we're gonna settle this with 1d20 roll.
Milo's like, not again.
No.
You get to choose
Bullshit.
your
Spiraling
d20.
off.
Which one would you like? You got purple and gold and purple
Purple.
and white
Purple
on the
and
bottom,
gold.
and then purple and blue on the top.
Purple and
Purple
Purple
gold.
and gold.
This one right here.
That's the better looking
Yeah.
one.
Purple and gold. Purple and gold.
One that usually rolls 20s. That's the one I want.
That's
I want the
perfect-
one the camera doesn't pick up so I can dispute it.
I don't think my camera's gonna pick it up regardless, but I will get my camera ready to take a picture of it. Since this is such a, or I'll take a video of it. Since this is such a impactful role of the campaign,
I'm excited.
all roles are impactful.
Nothing
I'm
could possibly go
scared.
wrong.
But this
What if it rolls a 1?
He won't.
I want it to be a 1 or a 20, nothing in between.
Keep
wa-
rolling
you
until
want-
you roll either one of
You want me to
Yeah.
roll until I
Yeah,
roll 1?
like, let's go big or
One,
go home.
1 or a 20. Either we walk out of there and pop back out like, "Psh, it was nothing.
Done. We're already done.
Or it's we come back out there and there are fucking tentacles waiting for us.
And not just mine.
Oh shit.
The suggestions made, maybe it was made in jest, but do you want to roll until I roll a 20 or a 1? Or we can do something made by Brennan Lee Mulligan called dynamic rolling, in which case I just take the result closest to the number.
I don't care either way. That's a whole party thing.
Everything that you're saying is scaring me. So.
It's
That
I'm
basically
scared
makes it a
myself.
50-50 chance.
Let's
keep
do
going until you
dynamic
get a 1 or
rolling.
20.
Oh, until he gets a 1 or 20? Okay.
Yeah.
But if it takes more than 5 times, then he does dynamic.
No, let's just do a regular roll. Holy shit.
No. You're near the end. You got all the marbles, please.
How about
If
let's
you
do,
don't have any
let's
marbles,
do all
I'll
three,
ship some
and
to
then
you.
we'll decide afterwards which one we like best.
Okay. I've heard 1 for regular rolling. All right, we're gonna take a vote. This is how we're
This
gonna
is
do it.
insane.
Wait, can you go through the table again one more time for me?
Sure. Natural
Thanks.
20, days become minutes. 18 to a 19, days become hours. 14 through a 17, there's no change. On a 7 through a 13, days become weeks. On a 3 through a 6, days become months. And on a 1 through a 2, days become years.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I've yet to roll
Which-
over a 10.
if
I've
we
rolled
were-
like 5 times. Oh, there's a 1.
I mean, campaign altering
How long
roll,
did we
potentially,
technically
right?
spend over there? It was
We
less
spent like
than
an
a day,
hour.
right?
Spent like an hour.
I used it like an hour.
So
Right.
what would the...
That's what I'm saying. So if you roll pretty much anything like between an 18 and 20, you're gonna pop back out just like a few minutes later. It'll be like you never left. Go ahead.
1 to 2 would technically be
Still be like
somewhere in the range of 6 months.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're in there for
Well,
an
remember,
hour.
its days become years, plural. So I
Right.
get to roll a percentage check to see
Yeah.
how far along we are.
So we'd see how. Yeah, it can be various levels of fucked.
Correct.
Yeah. Which is why it's crazy.
Oh,
I'm gonna say I want to do whatever Kent wants to do. His vote will count for 2. Whatever he votes for,
Why
it'll
are you
be
giving
2
me
votes.
Yo, fucking 1 or a 20. Go big or go home next
I
year.
agree.
There you go, 2 votes for that.
3
you go.
votes.
3 votes.
3
That's what
votes for 1 or
4
20.
votes.
4 or 5
Oh
votes.
my
Five
God,
votes,
no.
1 or 20.
What have I done? We just rolling high-low for how
Put a
fucked this
stroke.
is gonna be. Cody's response is, "Oh dear
Listen,
God."
this is just another form of high-low.
Stroke right
This is
now.
what we've been going for all campaign
So-
long.
so
This is
now-
no different.
Exactly. We've been saying the god of high.
It's just a more severe form of what we've been doing this whole time. Don't worry about it, Cody.
Right, this
This
is
is
the
the
church of
hard
high.
knock
So here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All I see is a rainbow.
Oh yeah, oh there you go.
Oh, there we
This is
go.
also one of the most important things that could happen in this campaign.
Okay, folks.
High-low, let's go.
We're
Let's
doing
go.
until I roll a 20 or
Right.
until I roll
No.
a 1.
Oh
Let's go.
God.
Low. Let's go.
Oh man.
10.
Oh, right in the middle.
Oh,
6.
Oh,
We're going lower.
6.
Oh, one more sex. Let's go.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Anything
whoa.
out of the box?
I
real
thought-
quick?
Misinput.
19.
Oh, it's so
oh, get close, get close.
I'm gonna start rolling at advantage after the 5th one. Or Wait,
no,
with the
play
no.
fair.
10.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna do them quicker. 9. 11.
Oh my God.
That's just 2
14. That was almost the 20. It rolled back.
Jones's luck is so middle of the road.
2.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Your camera is only looking at the top of your dice tray.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I'm trying not to aim it at my wiener schnitzel, so.
And his pants.
6.
Oh my God.
4.
I
Uh-oh.
didn't realize, like, along with
15.
this being like so anxiety-inducing that it would like take so long.
2.
This is all about gambling right now, Brittany.
10.
You're getting the Vegas experience without being in Vegas.
I gotta. Yes! Yes! Hell yeah! This is gonna be amazing.
oh, brother.
Oh, the campaign's about to end. Oh no.
No, it's not. It's gonna be fucking nuts.
He was on a
Awesome.
7, not a 1. Roll again.
Democracy in action.
Well, it still may not be that long.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe
Figure-
between 1 and 20 years. Okay.
Look, I don't think the whole campaign's been 6 months, so.
Might be between 1 and 100 years.
No, it's been over 6
1 in a
months
billion
at this point with
years.
some time skippage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I can't believe we just did that. Oh no.
I just want to say, I didn't even vote. There were 5 votes before I even cast my vote.
Oh.
Also,
You
I
can't
cannot
be
believe
like,
that
oh,
was
I
fucking
didn't
happened.
vote for this afterwards.
I can, and I will say that.
The
because
first
of what
roll
happened.
was a 10, so what would that have been for
Low?
us?
That would have been low if we had done dynamic rolling. It would
But
would
would it have been like no, not dynamic, but like if it was
It
just
would have
shared
been
roll, would that
days
be
become
months?
weeks.
Days become weeks. Okay, damn. Fuck. Uh-oh.
My heart is.
I feel like I'm gonna throw
This
up.
is amazing.
Oh
What are you
my-
talking about?
I
this,
feel
this is
my-
the best roll, because now anything can happen.
so many people are dead.
Yeah,
So many people are dead.
but we
Y'all
didn't
remember there
do
was a
it.
mind flayer colony about to attack Sharn, right? When we
Yeah.
left.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're fucked.
Maybe they won. We warned them.
Oh God, is my country intact?
Hell no. You guys are boned.
We had an undead army.
Yeah, fucking Yidra probably came back and took them over. Again.
You are
If
very
you
excited
pulled
about
up-
this. You're very excited about this, Kent.
I am. It is max level chaos.
Yeah, I'm
This is-
excited too.
yeah,
This
that's
great.
like-
true. That is
This
Kent's
wonderful.
preference.
Chaos
Pull out the deck.
mitigation.
Pull out the deck, Jonesy.
86%, Kent.
Yeah,
There
you know
you
what?
go.
While we're doing chaos, did we find a deck of many things in her hut? Let's
Oh, yeah,
pull a
let's-
few
let's
cards
start
from that
drawing
while
now.
we're at it.
Pull on the deck. Pull
Yeah,
on
how
the
many
deck.
cards should I pull from that?
All of them.
6, according to
9.
the. Hell yeah.
20.
How many cards are in the deck? Choose all of them.
22. Don't ask me why I know that.
I was just gonna say, Kent about to play, or Artem about to play a 52 card pickup with the deck of many things.
Yeah.
So,
I was when I rolled a 20. I'm like, that's a lot of cards. Oh
All
my god. How long is it, Dungeon Master?
good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Now,
I can feel my heart.
now we
I mean,
get
like,
to roll.
would we intuitively know, or would we have to
Well,
figure it out when we got back
Hard to
anyway?
pick up at
It
all.
says days become years, right? So plural days would be plural years, and there are X number of days in a year, so 24 hours in a day. So you just break down the amount of days in a year divided by 24, and there you go.
365. Technically this year, 366 divided by 24.
With it not being,
This is
with
horrifying.
years not being defined, I'm going to define it as the other lower denominators being like months. Meaning if months could go by, and then like the highest of those would be like 12 months, right? So a D12 would pass. That is what I'm about to define it as, is a D12
Of years?
yeah.
And then we divide that by 24, right? To see actually how much time has passed. Or we multiply that by 365, then divide that by 24.
Correct.
We're doing big
Hell
math
yeah.
in D&D this time round.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
roll
good
a
you're acting
D12.
like this, Scandalman. My
The,
heart needs
the
to-
greatest
This
thing
is not Gandalf, this is Ian. This is Ian freaking out. I feel
I
lightheaded.
think this is the fairest thing, is to roll the D12 here, and we'll figure out the math of the months in that many D12 years, and we'll divide it down past that.
Huh.
Do we want to go for 1 or 12? We just want to do this again.
Dude,
These are supposed to be hard knock dice. Let the dice knock.
Okay,
Let 'em knock
go,
hard.
Go ahead, go ahead. Kylie and
Okay.
chat can't stop it, for the love of God.
For the love of God.
Okay,
For the love of God. Stop.
that is a 3 on the D12.
Okay.
Too bad. Not bad.
3
That's a
years being 36
It-
months, right?
So if we had stayed for 24 hours, we would have been gone for 3 years.
Yeah.
So we need to do the math being
Because every
24 hours,
24 would have
36
been 1 year.
months, right? So
Right.
we need to divide 1 over X, right?
Or just divide 36 by 24, and it's one.
Which is 1.5.
Just
a
one.
month and a half. That's not that bad.
I have to figure out where that puts on the timeline.
Joe's got a cork board behind him somewhere that has
Timeline.
everything.
The thing is that's a timeline without the Shining Vanguard.
Yeah. Those dumb fucks
Wait.
don't know what to do without us.
But you do also have to keep in mind that before we left, we did put contentions into place where people knew exactly what was about to start happening, and there were people fighting and that were continuing to fight already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
The B team. What's the B team doing?
where's Jeremiah?
Okay, gonna have
They're
to stop
probably
playing
all-
with a muzzle.
They're probably all mind flayers in Sharn by this point, right?
Sharn is a bad scene.
Oh, they knew.
A month and a half is going to it is gonna put you in the timeline of things already happening that the Shining Vanguard would not have been here to stop.
on the bright side, the worst it could have been was 6 months. So, you know, it could be worse.
And if we would have gone with our regular roll, there's a good chance that a month and a half would have passed anyway if it was, well, maybe not. Its days become weeks. Never mind.
God.
Fucking Jones is stressing out now.
I am only stressing
you planned
because
for the next 3 years already, right?
I'm only stressing because I'm trying to figure out where to place you a month and a half from now.
Well, okay. So, if you need some time to brainstorm that, you can let us see what these items are that Milo is going to identify in the meantime.
If you guys want to discuss that.
Yeah, we can go ahead and discuss that while you're hammering this out. This is what we're doing in the plane shift. We're all sitting and we're all like,
why is it taking so long?
Because you have to travel through a month and a half of time. Like, this is taking a while. Well, I guess while we're here.
Doesn't the spell usually kind of work instantly? What's going on?
Did you do it right?
Yeah. I think you messed something up.
Yeah, everyone use this necklace a couple of times.
Yeah, something's wrong with the acorn. Like
the items that she has on her person are relatively I say relatively, it depends on what you're looking at. The ring is just a ring of the orator, is so she can be heard across Droam, or across the Great Crag when she speaks. The amulet is an amulet of the plains. Her robe is an robe of the Archmagi.
Oh shit. God damn, son.
Her robe is a robe of the Archmagi. Lawful evil.
Goodness. Of what?
Of what?
Lawful evil. You need to read the robe of the Archmagi to understand that. In the hut, you found a mortar and pestle in D&D Beyond that is Baba Yaga's mortar and pestle.
Oh God.
The book is the Demonomicon of Igwilf.
It is the excuse me, what?
The Demonomicon of Igwilf.
EGWIL?
IGGWILD.
And what was the mortar and pestle?
Baba
Yaga's mortar and pestle. Oh shit! Yeah, I don't think we should hold on to that. Is Baba Yaga alive in Eberron? Like, because like she wants that shit. Oh God. Hold on, I can't remember what all the robes of the Archmagi do. That's
nothing for. Nothing for us.
It says requires attunement. Okay, no, a white robe was made for good, gray, or neutral, and black for evil. You can't attune to a robe of the Archmage that doesn't correspond to your alignment. Ooh. If you aren't wearing armor, your base armor class becomes 15 plus your dex mod. You have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Your spell save DC and spell attack bonus. You can't use it, sir.
Fair.
Uh-oh, Scandal and Lawful Evil now?
You can't use it.
Oh yeah, his alignment did change.
We don't know that.
He did.
I mean, Lucas might know that in a minute. Hey, yo, sir, you looking real prime for a smite or two there, my man.
I mean, I'm not a fiend. Baba. Okay. Ooh. Who's rolling for the mortar and pestle's minor beneficial, major beneficial, and minor detrimental properties?
I'd say the DM should.
Because it's got some of them, baby.
I want to do that.
As soon as someone attunes to it, I'll roll for them.
Okay. Cool. But you attuned to them, yeah. It's a 2-for-1 deal. The mortar and pestle is incredibly powerful as a magical item. I highly recommend someone attune to it.
I am considering it.
Oh damn.
I mean, don't just give up. Whitney, make your case. You read the magic item. You fucking.
It should go on whoever's going to be most useful for it. But
It's a magical quarterstaff plus 3 bonus attacking damage, 12 charges. When you hit with a melee attack using the pestle, you can expend up to 3 of its charges to deal 1d8 force damage for each charge expended. Ow. You can use your action to say the name of any non-magical plant, mineral, or fluid.
Did you read the Traverse the Night thing?
Yeah, the Traverse the Night thing is crazy.
You know how much nonsense Crowley could do with just that?
So that's Baba Yaga's. And what was the fucking Demonomicon? Holy shit. This is wild. Also an artifact. Fucking hell. This is scary. Has 8 charges. Here he gains. Does this thing... I forgot a G. Whoops. So, I would rip from... Oh.
Okay. Y'all let me know when y'all are done discussing and looking and stuff.
Okay. Magic Circle, Magic Jar, Planar Ally, Planar Binding, Plane Shift, Summon Fiend. You can reference the Demonomicon. Whenever you make an intelligence check to discern information about demons or a wisdom survival check related, when you do so, you add double your proficiency. Oh, that's nice. Fiendish Scourging. Your magic causes pain to fiends while carrying the book. When you make a damage roll for a spell you can cast, it's fiend, you use the maximum possible result. Whenever you cast Magic Circle, a spell naming only fiends with a planar binding spell targeting fiend. The spell is cast at 9th level regardless of what level spell slot you used. Additionally, the fiend has a disadvantage on the saving throw.
One fiend are currently occupying its pages.
Check it.
Fuck.
When you finish a long rest, if you and the Demonomicon are on the same plane of existence, the trapped creature of the highest challenge rating within the book can attempt to possess you.
DC 20 charisma save. On a failure, you are possessed by the creature.
Which controls you like a puppet.
Hey, I've got a lot of bodies in here already. He can join in the party.
Yeah, we should definitely give that to Crowley. I think he's the only one that's going to reasonably make the saving throw anyway. You know, speaking completely metagame wise.
You know, that's a different language. We're speaking a different language right now. It's okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
We're at the crazy level, folks. That's where we're at.
Holy fuck.
If you didn't know, while these guys are looking through those items and stuff, these guys leveled up after last session, after the fighting Contra. So they are now level 19, and I need to fix that stuff on the side. I forgot that those were over there. They're level 19 now. I haven't updated them in 2 levels.
Dab.
So I will do that for next session now. So. Alrighty.
If there is a next session.
Are we good to go?
I think so.
Have an Eve.
So,
Sure.
Okay.
Did you roll on properties?
Do it.
I will do
Nobody's
it with
attuned to
someone
'em yet.
to it.
Once Milo attunes to
You will start attuning into stuff. Spooky.
Neither you nor I will know what the properties are until you attune to it.
That is terrifying.
How long does attunement take?
An hour.
And how long are we going to be going through this? Month long?
Not an hour.
Aw.
We technically don't know any of this stuff quite yet.
Correct.
Oh, I just wanted to switch out my jacket for my other jacket.
A lot of jackets.
But I have to attune to it too. Or for my cloak, I have to attune to it.
Tasha's like wearing a jacket, got the other one tied around her waist like in like 90s.
No,
style.
it's in my bag of holding. It's in my pocket.
Okay. I see some folks are still reading and stuff.
No, I was just double checking something else. I am good. Sorry.
Demonomicon.
Well, we'll get to those shortly, as no one's going to attune to them in this very second.
Oh, no. Yeah, not at all.
So, going through the plane shift. Reappear where you left from, right? That was the destination.
Yeah.
Okay. Popping back up right where you left from, you look around to see no tents, no fires, nothing. You're in an old battlefield at this point. You look behind you at the gates of Droam. No one's repaired them. You're alone. The wind just sort of lightly blows through this mountain range. You don't
What time
see
of
or hear
day
anyone.
is it?
Well, let's see. We'll roll a d12 for the hour, 4, and now we're gonna roll a percentage, high AM, low PM. Oh no, that's actually good for y'all. It is currently in the evening time. It's 4 PM.
Okay.
It's approaching supper.
Sometime.
You
Yeah,
guys
'cause I'm
left
hungry.
first thing in the morning. So, I will ask, actually, I'm going to give it to folks because at this point, your passive investigations and perceptions are high enough to recognize that the battle scars are weathered over. You know, as soon as you land and look around and there's no tents or anything, you were gone for, an hour's time max. Folks should still be filtering out of here, and they're not. And Artyom, you already knew that time slippage was a risk, and you know it's happened.
Shit.
It's not good.
So Eberron has like a ring around it. I don't know if there would be anything that would be akin to like looking at the stars or something like that you'd be able to maybe check to see what the date might be if you were.
Yeah, I think that would be very easy at night. Like seeing where you're at via the stars and month is possible with a survival check and everything, but you have to be able to see the stars. You can't during the day.
Right.
I will say, as you look up having that idea, the Sybaris rings are no longer Sybaris rings. As a matter of fact,
Oh fuck!
You don't see them around the planet at all. Give me a perception check, Artyom.
Oh, that's bad.
That ain't good. 30.
On a 30, you see like what initially looks like a star as you're like trying to look around, and you realize that Sybaris crystals have been moved all across the globe.
Oh, it's like a Sybaris field.
Okay. That's no. Oh shit. Okay. Crowley or Koshik, do you want to message someone and ask him what day it is?
You're trying to message people, they're gonna be dead.
Crowley's gonna message his daughter. Might as well start off strong.
Message your daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
Daughter, are you there? We were caught by some time magics. What day is it? How long has it been since I've last spoken to you? Mosquito.
You reach out. I'm going to say that because it is your daughter, there's a connection made, but there's no response.
Having the idea to ask him to do that, I'm gonna use the soulmate's love, give a lover's missive.
Okay.
Or soulmate's bond, excuse me. We were stuck in the Feywild. We just got out. Everyone's okay. Are you okay?
Also, what day is it?
What year is it?
The year. What year is it?
This is guys, this isn't good.
Who you telling?
Message the simulacrum.
I blanket.
That's just something you
Do.
gotta take a picture of.
You voted
Do it.
for this.
There's a great thing about this, guys. We don't have to convince anyone that the end is coming. It's already come.
It's here. It has arrived.
I didn't vote for this. I voted with Kent, and he voted for this.
Oh, you're full of fucking shit.
You don't get to absolve yourself by.
Sure do. I put my trust in him. He betrayed me.
Is this via the message spell? He only has like 25 words to get back to you.
Using version of the sending spell doesn't have a failure chance. Should the wearer be on separate planes of existence? So yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're reaching out right now. And tell me what you said again. I'm so sorry.
Erish, we are trapped in the Feywild. We just got out. Everyone's okay. Are you okay?
Okay. That's all you asked?
Yeah.
Okay. A bit of a pause. Even after you feel the connection made, you see the ring glowing, like waiting for response. RTM. And what is probably just seconds feels more like an eternity. You're safe. Good. I'm alive. He knows the rules of the spell. You're safe. Good. I'm alive. The army, he's gonna. I'm trying to get as much information to you as I can because that's what Erish would do.
Y'all need to go.
Bugs. Droam and Breland are aligned. It was the only way. Near the crag. Trying to fight them back. Tired. That's it.
Oh shit.
Pull out the sending stone. DM, would it work? I know it only works once a day, but since we've technically been gone more than a day, would it? She'll try it. She'll try it.
To Aelin?
Don't roll for it. Give it to her.
To Nax, rather.
Is he truly changed?
What do you say?
There's a nursery rhyme that they used to use when they were kids, to basically to ask where you were or where you were going when they were like hiding. And so she'll recite like the first couple of words from the nursery rhyme.
Okay.
Like a pup went rolling down the street.
Right.
But he would recognize that as basically code for where the fuck are you?
He'll read it back to you, and without trying to come up with code for it back, you'll hear his voice. Same place that you left me, essentially. Things are so fuckered, Pip. Things are so fucked.
True.
I want Artyom and Pip to roll d8s for me, please. I want
2.
Okay. Be honest with you, you want low on these.
Oh, well.
Well, then I'm fucked because it was an 8.
Oh no!
Oh,
That's how
no.
many. Oh no!
That's how many limbs have been eaten by the bugs.
What the fuck?
He grew extra ones back just for them to get eaten by the bugs.
Okay.
All right. Apparently, Bree and Droem are allies, and they're fighting against bugs at the crag, or something along those lines. Let's go fast and in a hurry, as we are prone to do.
Nax is back in the prison.
Do we
He
want
said
to?
things are bad, very, very bad.
Do we want to try and travel outside or go underneath to the prison to get there?
It's bad. I feel like sneaking in might be better.
It doesn't sound like he's sneaking if he says things are fucked, right?
Is
Oh,
it
I don't-
immediate?
He said he's where we found him, which means he's in the cell.
How long has it been? That's what happened, right? Time
It's-
bullshit?
Right. I don't know the exact time, but people are in trouble right now, so we got to move somewhere.
DM, Milo is actually quite the interest in astrology. Could he use astrology to
True.
figure out how much time had passed, like by planetary alignment and such?
Yeah, that was
And
the
I'll
conversation.
help.
That was the conversation I had with Kent earlier. Is that if it wasn't at 4 p.m. right now, you could absolutely do that, but you can't see any stars at the moment.
Gotcha.
But what
It's
if?
too sunny. Stop trying to look at the sun, Milo. It's
Yeah,
bad
but-
for you.
Yeah, you know it's 4 p.m. because you can see the closest star to you. All the other stars at the
You
moment
like
are
look up
hidden.
You know how, like, if you look up like a well or a tube, or if you're inside somewhere dark and you look up and it blocks the sun, you can see those stars. Then could he? Milo's got his fancy schmancy.
Also, what month is it? Because
I was-
sometimes the sun starts to set around 4.
Ooh, I have an idea.
I was gonna say I feel pretty confident with Artyom's passive survival. He could guesstimate that we're still roughly in the same season of the year if it hasn't been another entire year.
Yeah, we have no way to know that.
Right.
Yeah,
it's been a few weeks or a few years.
DM, I haven't used this spell yet. But
No
I have spell slots.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
set
cast
off the
no
sun.
exact time and date.
I mean, Keen Mind would go kind of brazy, right?
Well, you
I
don't
don't
know,
say the
so
time,
you can't
so-
record what you don't know, right?
I am going to try and contact Audrey Goggins using Infallible Relay.
Okay.
So, taking a Sending Stone.
And
Oh.
Mom, are you there?
We'll reach out to her through whatever TV, radio equivalent of the world, or Sending Stone if there happens to be one nearby.
Yeah. Milo?
There was more stuff that happened. We've been away, but I don't actually know for how long. How long has it been since I've seen you last?
Let's see. You left them and went to, where'd you all go right after that? To Crown Home, spent a couple of days up there, right?
Mhm.
It would have been like a week or two.
Yeah, I think it's been about, like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, just based off some time skip stuff. Should, I don't know, honey, 3 months?
Oh,
3 full months?
okay, that could be much
Holy
worse.
shit.
Okay, are you
What's-
okay? Are you and Dad safe?
Safe's a word for it. We're on the move almost constantly.
What's been happening? We've had no information for most of those 3 months. We've been traveling.
She like the crystal that they have in their home that you're talking through, she like takes the remote and gives you a picture-in-picture almost of like news
That's
of
new.
events.
Shit.
Should have marketed that. Anyway,
Should have marketed that. Is that what you said?
you don't publish something, someone else will.
Sort of the top news stories that are happening that folks are covering, and this is Milo and the rest of the folks anybody who's looking on to this will recognize that this is no longer organized House Civis broadcasting. This is like independent journalists has hacked into broadcast comms somewhere to attempt to broadcast out to people what is happening in the world. Sharn is gone. Sharn is an aberrant eldritch horror of mind flayers and everything else. You see like airship type coverage of it, and you see quite literally tentacles just coming from the depths themselves, curling up towers, aberrations flying through the skies of Sharn. Fallen. The broadcaster comes on and says, "While Sharn has fallen, some of the other cities Breland itself holds strong with an alliance with Droam." Thrain. I'm sorry, not Thrain. Next. I don't want to do this.
What order do you want to tell us that things are fucked in?
That is kind of why I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh,
As it flips through the parts of Corvair, and it's showing like a map of their best understanding of what is going on. The shadow marches have fallen completely. I know these countries mean certain things to y'all, and I want y'all to think about that while I say them, but I'm going to go through the whole list first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that just...
I assume it's on display for everyone here, Milo.
Oh, if I can, then I would, yes.
Yeah, easily enough.
Like, rigs up something so the Sending Stone has a TV screen.
Yeah, easily enough.
We'll do a picky here, and there we go.
Ayundair has completely fallen.
Yeah.
An
Eldritch Grove.
An invasion from the
Right?
Eldritch Groves have caused massive, massive trees to start, like horror trees growing up, fungus and the like spreading, causing the residents to become either zombie-like or plant-like themselves.
Yep.
The Roar holds.
Ooh, crossing that.
Is not been heard from. There has been no movement seen. The closest airship, and it brings up video footage of an airship getting close to I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the capital city at the moment.
Corona Peak.
Towards Corona Peak. Was the first images and the last images that airship sent out. As they got a couple 100 feet away, and you see dwarves in the streets completely turned to stone. And then you see the side of the airship start doing the same as it lists, falls, and crashes out of the sky.
Oh,
Very fitting for the Morals. We carry on.
return to stone.
Rock and stone.
The
to the bone.
Lazar principalities are fighting off, as much as they could, but the waves themselves are turning to stone and spreading closer and closer to the Lazar principalities.
It's a lot of Medusas.
Valinar is currently fighting,
Yeah, of course they are.
as best they can, a losing battle, it seems. as they attempt to fight abominations that rise from the grounds themselves. As soon as it seems to be like some disease that causes excess eyes. That same wasting disease has spread to the Talenta Plains and has hit the hardest in Karnath. The undead armies of Karnath have been turned against their citizens. Multi-eyed undead Karnath now roam the countryside, slaughtering anything they get in their way. Silargo suffering a similar fate, not of eyes, but instead suffering a similar fate to Sharn that Breland is currently fighting off. Thrain holds strong. The Eldine Reaches and the Demon Wastes have made a pact between Archfey and demons that will go on for millennia. But because of that deal, they currently hold strong against the Zoriat invasion. Breland holds strong, Thrain holds strong, Kibara holds strong, and Dargoon.
Dargoon? Oh, shit.
Yo, them boys in Dargoon, they've been there before.
They said, ain't about to catch us slacking.
They know what's going on.
Dargoon and where else is holding strong? I have
I'll copy my list in here so you don't have to write it down. I will give some. Everybody that I don't have numbers beside rolled fairly middle of the ground, but I figured the extremes would be covered in the news and give better context than I could here, just so you guys are aware as well. Thrain rolled a 96. Kibara rolled a 90. For those that fell, Karnath rolled a 24. The Talenta Plains rolled a 15. Valinar rolled an 8. Moror Holds rolled a natural 1 on a D100.
Oh, my boy.
I'm gonna cry.
I guess I fucking wasted my time rolling out what Brune's level ups would have been. My boy is gone.
You forgot one place.
Oh, it's Dunyan Rings.
House Tookie Tookie.
Tookie Tookie is what you're on the phone with right now.
Well, I thought she said they were on the move, so I wasn't sure how the turtle dragon.
Yeah, and she takes it up like a selfie and post it outside, and you see moving at like 60 miles an hour across the top of the ocean, Tookie Tookie or Homie, whatever you want to call it, is currently on the run. The Heartplate of Eberron is running.
The island scooting across the water.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is swimming away.
That's wild. Holy.
Big turtle.
Turtle.
In addition to this, what would be covered is that the Silver Flame is no more. That the clergy and the paladins of the Silver Flame are fighting strong and holding back the invasions. But they are no longer paladins or clerics of the Silver Flame. That power is no longer there to be held after an event about 2 weeks ago.
Which certainly the news is covering currently.
We'll get back to you right after these commercial breaks. No, they keep the footage rolling, keep the story going. The Keeper of the Flame, Jayla Duran, was sacrificed in some ritual that contained the Silver Flame within her and her within a crystal by a member of the Daughters of Sorkel. The Silver Flame is no more and is held somewhere on this planet as a source of extreme power. Lucas walks away at that point. just sort of crumples to the ground.
It just said a member. It didn't mention Sora Terraza.
Yeah, it would have said Sora Terraza of the Daughters of Sorkel.
Interesting.
Doesn't have any footage of anything like that, but
right.
She was seen. You know what? I rolled to see how much coverage, and with a 92, witnesses say they saw her and other cultists, along with the Baron of House Orion, approaching the Cathedral of the Silver Flame. They slaughtered paladins and clerics outside of the area, did some ritual at the Well of the Silver Flame that you saw all those episodes ago, which seems to have depleted the power completely. Once that was done, all hell broke loose. You know, I made the map just in case the roll was made. Yeah, what's up?
DM,
Mhm.
I don't remember if this was already answered, if it's a question I asked or not. Does Artyom know about the Coatls in character?
I think you do. Just because the Coatl that you spoke to again underneath the monastery was made of silver flame. Like, you saw through a jet stream of silver flame that this Coatl appeared to you in like spirit form.
So would it be, with that information, does it seem possible that the same type of technology that was being used on little kids could be something that was used on essentially the soul power of the entire race of Coatls that fuels the silver flame itself, that literally is the silver flame?
Say again. Sorry.
So the Coatls sacrifice themselves all at once to create the silver flame.
Right.
Does it seem like it's a possibility that House Orion or Quanti or whatever could have done a similar thing to harness that power without the Keeper being there?
You can give me an Arcana check if you want to. I think that falls under Arcana.
Sure. Fucking 19 though, plus 3, 22.
22. On a 22, well, I are you trained in Arcana?
Nope.
Okay. With a 22, I don't think you'd be quite aware of the specifics, but I think you'd be able to intuit that they use the Keeper as a channel to channel the silver flame and encapsulate it, like her soul and the silver flame in the crystal. I think you're on the right track with that line of thought.
Okay. Cool. She's all really bad.
Mom, how are you doing? Where are y'all going? Are y'all at random or?
I don't know. I don't really. I can't talk to the island, sweetheart. We're safe. I know that we're on the run. It's. Hey guys, she sort of waves at all of you. It gives you a half smile as sees you standing behind. Mr. Crowley. I don't know if you want to step away for this. She takes it and, like, FaceTiming you essentially at this point on this crystal, takes it into the back rooms of the one of the huts that she ends. She sees where you see your daughter is there, Crowley. Emaciated.
Conditions gotten worse.
Much worse. She flips it back. She says, I'm so sorry. She's okay, but she barely eats. She barely wakes. She can't walk. I don't know what else to do. We're doing everything we can, but I'm sorry.
I appreciate the care you've given her so far.
But we're gonna do everything we can do and keep, and she's gonna stay safe. She's still safe. She's still here with us. Bill's okay. Bill's here. You see Bill like wrecking some cabinetry in there. He says he's been a bit of an inside dinosaur. And then you see Mop is riding on the back of Bill in the house, pretty unaware and taking the situation pretty unseriously, as Small Goblin is and Bill is one to do. Yeah. You see your dad in the background. Milo. Everett Goggins walks in, bringing in some things, and it looks like he's attempting to like reinforce the house somewhat, like hut on the outside, but you see as she's walking around the house, like metal reinforcements being driven into the ground and into the shell of the tortoise itself to keep it strong against whatever might happen. But you see he's taking like that mechanical knowledge that he's gotten at his night classes that have been canceled since if you remember they were based in Sharn. Is currently like making this a shelter, or at least attempting to.
Making a pillbox.
He walks up, puts his hand on on your mom's shoulder, and says, "Hey kid, how you doing out there?"
Muted.
1 second, the reception's bad. Hit this fucking thing.
Smacks the side.
Adjust the antennas. It's not us, it's him. Honey, you're still muted. Honey, you gotta press the mute button. I know, I lose the mute button all the time.
I did not know what you were getting at. You role played that too well. I did not know what you were getting at.
3 people said it.
All I heard was Alex talking. Is it probably sunken eyes, still got some hag blood on his face from performing the autopsy? Just
we're alive, and we are hopefully gonna see you soon. We're still gonna be very busy trying to help stop.
Gestures just kind of around.
Yeah. Well, Mom says y'all are safe and on the move. Are y'all? Do y'all need anything?
Nah, kid. We're good.
I'll check in as much as I can. You have to get busy, though. Glad you're safe, and thank you for the information.
He just sort of nods his head. You can see your mom's tearing up at this point. As soon as you mention that you gotta go try to fix things, like tears start welling up on her eyes. Just be careful, sweetheart. And I mean that for all of you. The world's not what it was.
I always try to be.
Okay. Also, how are you talking to me on the TV? This is really cool. You should do this more often. If you could do this the whole time, I'll be really upset with you.
No, not the whole time. It's a nifty trick. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Love you. Bye.
Love you too.
Hangs up the crystal.
Yeah. DM, real quick. Did they say that the keeper of the flame was also, like, they know for a fact she's gone, or that she's being sealed in a crystal? Like, what was up with that? Could you clarify that a little bit?
They did not get. Yeah, they said sacrifice was the words that the news media used. Give me an insight check.
They sensationalized the death of like a 14-year-old.
double 19s in a row. Let's go. Inside 25.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty good.
That's kind of nail on the head when you need to motivate countries to fight with everything that they have, when everything they've held holy and dear to themselves has just been stripped away from them. Like, literally divine power has been stripped from the veins of millions. Yeah, they don't know exactly with that insight check. They are saying that, though.
Okay.
They can't have people losing hope, and they're doing what they think they need to do.
Did Jones, in all that, like covering all the different countries and stuff, and like the general breakdown, was there a fresh army of Warforged anywhere in there?
With the role that Breland got, those Warforged have gone into Breland and are currently helping fight back monstrosities coming from the Moorlands themselves. And we'll cut.
But these are like the new ones that House Decaneth just made, not the ones that were in the Moorlands.
If you're talking about House Decaneth and what they made, that house was in Karnath, the one that you assigned to start making. You do not see any like fresh army. It doesn't look like maybe they had enough time to get the numbers to matter. There could be new Warforged out there.
Not enough.
Nothing that was covered.
Okay. I thought that offer was being taken to like House Decaneth as a whole to produce, not just a faction inside of us. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, I would say with just because of your inside knowledge of politics, because of your position and where you were for a while,
right,
you would know that if he brought that to Merrick's or the other seat holder for House Decaneth, they could easily like just say that guy over there is attempting to make Warforged again and strip him of his seat of power, making it only down to the two of them.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. Guys, it's kind of bad.
It ain't
It's
great.
not good. It's not good. That's for certain. What was that?
Would you say, Pip?
Pip turns on her heel and starts walking toward the crag.
Hundreds of miles away. Pip turns on her heel. Just starts walking.
Are we close to the? We're still far from the. Are we closer to the tunnels?
Oh, you guys, as the tunnels that you know
We're
about
just
are
far.
hundreds and hundreds of miles away from
Okay.
where
We're
you
like
are currently.
at Six Kings, basically,
Yeah,
right?
you're at
Okay.
Six Kings
We're at
currently,
Six Kings.
and
Okay.
the tunnels that were thought to be underneath were collapsed in to make sure there were no escapes for higher ups. I will say, Lucas is standing by the end of that conversation that you have with your mom, upon hearing everything, like staring intently at the television at that point, attempts to like just do a basic shield of faith. Nothing happens.
Archem's gonna start doing some scrying.
Okay.
It's probably gonna do a few scries just to see what he can get at this point. Some are sure to fail, but the first two are going to be Terraza and the Flamekeeper.
Okay.
Terraza's like breakdancing in victory.
She's flossing in the great crag surrounded by bugs.
They're fighting the bugs. They're fighting them.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said Breland and Droam were united in fighting them at the Great Crag.
That doesn't mean Terraza's on the same page. I mean,
that's true. They doing something. Where Quanti's bald ass at.
I mean, when 2 out of 3 of your leaders are dead, and you have a bunch of warlords underneath you, and bugs start coming in and murdering everybody, that probably changes a few things in the hierarchy.
True.
Your scry goes out. Can scry go across planar boundaries or no?
She fucking dipped.
Let me see. Creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. Target must. Yep.
Okay. Your scry goes out. Interesting to note. Like when you are when you typically like scry across the world and stuff like that, sometimes you'll get that like that from the moon type view of Eberron, right? And then zoom in on that part of the earth. Does not go that far out. Hits some sort of barrier and instantly goes back in. However, Sora Terraza is not on this plane of existence. She is not on the material plane currently.
She pulled a runner.
Okay, so Terraza's not on the plane on this plane of existence.
Not on the material plane, correct?
Okay.
That's probably more information than I should have given you, but she is not on the material plane as of right now.
Gotcha.
We should.
At this point, Azur is going to probably fall to his knees, bring out the sending stone. Please tell me you made it out. Please tell me you made it out of the Shadow Marches.
High or low?
Always high.
Always high. Always high.
Yeah.
Always high.
I can't make this up. I can't make this up.
Another natural
100.
one.
He's making it up. He's making it up.
Do you
Is
know
it-
the number that you would have to get for high?
10, 11.
69.
A 51 or an 11.
What did you roll?
I'm about to put it in the hard knock chat.
Okay.
Did you roll a D100 or a D20?
Roll a D100.
D100. Oh, that's another
It's
HO.
69.
That's a
Woo!
51. Let's go.
Holy. The D&D gods are on your side as well.
Church of Always High.
Mm-hmm.
Is currently is currently serving.
We fucking hell yeah.
I
gotta make a cleric of that church.
The Church of Always. What's up, brother? Oh wait, that's sketch. Wait.
What's up,
Nature
brother?
Domain cleric.
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Tuesday.
The Church of Tuesday. Give me a second. As I look at my map.
Tuesday, in it. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
I erased the names off that map.
Oh man.
And-
What a changed political landscape.
You get an answer back. We made it out. Barely. And just a few of us. Seal collapsed. It's gone. There's wars everywhere. Azur, we're fighting our way back, but we're falling back and fast. I'm afraid we've lost. That's the end of the message.
Those around just kind of hear Azor breathe a sigh of relief. There's still something to fight for then.
Anything to fight for. Should rest up, and then we can travel tomorrow when we actually have our abilities to use magic and such.
Crowley,
A
is
few
your
steps
guy
out.
still alive?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No, mine's just random. Go ahead.
Okay. Crowley, is your guy still alive?
I haven't tried to contact him yet.
Yeah, raises his eyebrows.
Things were already rough before we left. I'll be checking later.
All right.
We can still get to plenty of places right now with the aid of Slick.
Yeah.
I
I mean, we can definitely get outside the crag.
Yeah, we can get Slick can get us back to the cave, and we can go through the cave to get into the bottom of the crag if we need to, or if we want to.
I was just warning against getting into any situation where we might have to square up with anything in our current state.
I'm full HP.
I ain't talking about hit points. I'm talking about
I'm feeling good.
resources.
Man, I just got some brand new spell slots.
Which I don't think we get the benefits of a level up till a long rest.
I suppose.
Yeah.
'Tis true.
Oh, I'm sorry.
DM,
Mhm.
so did both the scribes come back as not being on this plane?
Taraza was not on this plane. Who was the other one? I think we got
the keeper.
Jayla.
That would not even connect to anything.
What it would connect as if that we're not a thing to connect to anymore.
Right.
Okay.
DM, quick question: is this like the mortar and pestle of Baba Yaga, like canonically in game, or was this her mortar and pestle, and we're using the stat block of the pestle Baba Yaga?
Give me a history check.
This is Sorakel's mortar and pestle.
Right. Double check, make sure I'm proficient.
Also not somebody we want to meet.
25 exactly.
25? Yeah. On a 25, I would say that the history of this mortar and pestle you're looking over, it would be quite obscure. Like, you would definitely have heard of, like, mortar and pestles of hags past that possess, insane powers, and you wouldn't be sure until, like, you saw this used or something, like, if you could trace it back to a specific hag or anything. But while you're holding it and looking at it, a familiar feeling sort of creeps over Milo. Like recognizing or not quite recognizing, it's just like the sense of familiarity, right? Like you're not exactly sure where you've seen it or anything like that. And it's not even the looks of it, but it's touching it, it's feeling the power that's radiating from it.
Noted.
Now, whatever we're gonna do, whether it's to recuperate or travel, we should do it soon.
I don't think we really have time to recuperate on anything. It sounds like all of our allies are going out the window.
It's been going on for 3 months, and if we're not in fighting form, there's no point in us going to assist them. Us at our best is better than us hammered to shit after a big fight.
I don't even know what we're getting into right now. We just know that there's a bug somewhere around the Great Crag. Sharon's gone. Everything's fucked right now. Where do we want to go?
That stands all of my point.
Great Crag is closest.
Okay.
Easiest place to get the information, probably.
Is that where I'm taking you, fellas and ladies? Slick Bell.
What a good dog.
Does he know how to get to the Great Crag?
I mean, you guys were like a couple miles outside of it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. Oh wait, you guys weren't. You guys were in the. Well, he was never in the prisons of it. We'll give him a survival check real quick. See if he can get you
with advantage.
With advantage. What's his survival bonus? Got 11 on the dice.
Plus 30.
I think it's +3.
+3 or +4, because that's very important right now.
Okay, hold on.
Did he roll with advantage, Jones?
Yeah, I did.
+4.
Okay. On an 11 on the dice, he gets a 15 exactly, which is the DC he needs to find a location he hasn't been to.
Right? Hell yeah.
So, in that case, you guys start following Slick. Start going into these slipstreams of the bay. Miles and miles of terrain passing you on either side with each step. And that's where we're going to go on break.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. We'll get back to this craziness here shortly.
Great success.
I hope you're enjoying yourself. Drop a follow if you are. I know I am. So don't go anywhere. Much love. Be back soon. And we're back. Sorry, the stream stuttered a little bit, and I don't know if you caught Ian's. Hello, everyone. We're back. Sorry for that. I had to ponder the orb for a little while.
Ponder the orb.
Welcome back.
That's understandable, dog. It'd be like that.
I see a couple of new folks in the chat. Hi, welcome. If you missed the first half, our heroes here defeated one of the daughters of Sorokatra. That is 2 down. The one left, the Oracle Sora Terraza, still alive out there somewhere. However, some time slippage occurred when they went to Sorokatra's lair in the Feywild, and our group of chaotic individuals here decided that we wanted to go to the extremes, choosing either a natural 1 or a natural 20 for our time slippage. And I rolled a natural 1 first. So, in the time that our heroes were gone, Zoriat is now on the material plane. Corvair is not completely taken over. There are still some countries that are holding out. We went over a long list of those countries, and there are some countries that have completely fallen. Notable ones including the Mrorholds, where our dear friends, previous dwarven companions, came from. Karnath, of which one of our members is King of ? Then, of course, the Shadow Marches, where Azur finds his parents, as well as some other notable members of the Gosh Kala, like Kortahagra, or Karlagla, rather. Brings up another person, however, as Sharn has completely fallen. However, but before we went out, I did say something, and I want to make sure that everything's communicated as that was being as accurate. You asked about Warforged, and I said that there were some on the Breelish fronts fighting off Warforged coming out of the Mournlands. That is technically an accurate statement. However, the Mournlands are not there.
Oh, fuck.
The lands that were the Mournlands, the mists that were there, are not there.
Oh, balls.
Okay, so is it like gone, or is it like mourn no land, or land no mourn?
It is like gone, and it looks like a massive pit, and things are crawling out of it.
What about all the water?
What water?
There was water that was like near there and shit, right?
So Kyrie is just a real big hole right now.
There's a whole ass ocean.
Like
what about Kraken Bay?
Like draining into it.
Oh shit! Guys, we gotta do something. The ocean is gonna be gone.
I don't think that's how that works. Word. Gano has had 8 intelligence problems right now.
Guys, the ocean.
The world is falling apart at the hands of Zoriat, and Gano is saying the ocean's gonna be gone.
Milo's just like.
He's environmentally conscious.
I am. What about the sea turtles?
Small detail, definitely needed to be said.
Definitely important. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was going to inquire about Colossi.
Yeah, on the fronts as well.
They also fell into the fucking thing. They were where?
Currently on the fronts as well.
The Karn Slayers out there.
So we got 1.5 Colossi scrapping.
I'll let you know.
They're doing Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Half of one. Full one. On a 79 and a 93. Yes, you do.
Let's go. They out here, baby.
They like make them go together, so they're like, oh yeah, big forearm. He's got like
on top of each other. Oh yeah,
oh,
brother.
That's a good idea.
Got one strapped to the back of the other, so it's like, you know,
2 colossi in the
front and back mode.
Can't be flanked that way. However, at the end of the first half, our folks, with the help of our celestial Fey K9 companion Slick, walked through the lands. Droam, cutting a trip of hundreds of miles down to just a few minutes, and you appear outside of the Great Crag. It is a war camp unlike anything you've ever seen. And it is immediately like outside of the crag. Folks are positioned on the ground itself, outside of the walls. Folks are positioned like up on the mountains themselves. You see archers and scouts looking down and down into the crag itself. There are tens of thousands of soldiers here of all different types. Grealish army, Droam's army. Can't necessarily say that they're living all in peace, as you probably go through and see issues between the two, but you see a lot of death at the end of the day. Eviscerated bodies like cut in half, all like trenches off to the side, made like troughs of earth dug out specifically just for burning bodies at this point. Not gonna make you guys like, is your intent to find the folks that you know first? So Erish and Nax.
Like,
Right, yeah, to try
Okay.
and find anyone we recognize first.
Okay.
Also a command center of some kind.
Right, be
Okay.
it a command center or friendly face.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't take you as you sort of going, no one's stopping you here. You get looks, but as soon as they look you up and down, and you're like, as soon as they look you up and down, they go back to what they're doing. They see you that you have 2 legs and you're moving along about your business and don't have a problem with you. Out of all of you, Koshik is probably drawing the most attention right now. However, no one is immediately attacking.
Whoops.
Walking through here, I'll have Artyom and Pip roll off for it. Roll perception checks for me.
Oh, not super good. 22.
I just want to say, as Koshik is walking through and drawing all like the stairs and stuff, she just kind of flips her tentacles. It's just like, ooh, they're staring at me.
That's not why they're staring at you.
You do that, and you just
27.
have a massive troll like staring as you walk by. His eyes lower, and he just raises his teeth and just bares like massive gnarled teeth at you, like deep
Wink at him
growl
and
from
keep
within.
going. Wink at him, keep walking.
Pips was a 27. Sorry.
27. No worries. 27 is very good. You guys are looking out at this. Artyom surveying, the war camps and everything, but also what looks like the war front. It looks like, just sort of from your observation here, Artyom, that they are essentially have turned the crag into the hot gates. It looks like, as you look within and you see chitinous bodies laying everywhere, all sorts of types of bugs and multi-legged chitinous creatures at the gates of the crag itself. Pip, your eyes spot a blonde half elf in armor walking around. Goes and like looks like he has a couple of bowls of food or something like that, takes one into a tent, pops back out, sits down, starts eating. You see Erish out there, and he's alone at the moment.
Not for like but a millisecond more. I'm gonna run at that dude.
Pip points him out. You run over there to him. Give me an insight check.
Oh shit. 18.
18. Okay. Eris flicks his head over towards you pretty quickly. Sets his bowl to the side, stands up, just waits on you there.
Give him a big old bear hug.
Yeah, he hugs you back. It's good to see you.
It's good to be back. Well, it's actually terrible to be back, but it's great to see that you're got all your fingers and toes.
Yeah, for the most part. With that insight check, I'll also say that you're looking over Eris and like being this close now after running up to him. He's like his armor has seen use, and not a small amount. You're looking over him. He's got scars that weren't there before. He has seen battle. And he's tired. But he quickly goes to being like relieved that you were there. Not the sort of melt in your arms that maybe you were expecting return. But as soon as he sees Pip behind you, he sort of sets you off to the side, for lack of better words. Pip. And he just sort of holds his hand out like he's trying to stop you.
Move, Eris.
Listen to me first. You've been gone a while. And I just want to give you a heads up. He looks back towards the tent, scoots a little bit closer to you and lowers his voice. Your brother's changed. Is changing. Will change. I don't know. We don't know exactly how it works.
What do you mean?
I mean, in the presence of all of this, it changes you one way or the other. And Nax has put himself at risk, and he's paid a price for it. He looks differently. You may act a bit differently. At times. Other times, he's just fine. I'm just trying to give you a heads up.
Get out. What do you mean? Different how?
Stuff has an effect on your mind. After this much time, I don't know exactly. Because I didn't know what he was like exactly before. More sporadic. Sometimes talk to him. You'll know better than I do. He looks physically different.
He's a changeling. Of course he looks different.
No.
These descriptions fall into knowledge Milo would have.
I mean, this is nothing that any of you are a stranger to. I would say specifically to the ones that went into the demi-plane that Valaro was a part of. That when you all met Nelki on the other side, he said he was an elf before. That's what he said to you guys. I'm just trying to prepare you so you don't upset him as well.
She'll shove him and shove past him.
He just throws his hands up. You shove past him into
Milo's
the
gonna
tent.
follow after her.
Okay. You shove past him into the tent behind you. Or behind Pip. Pip, you go into the tent. You find Nax. You find your brother. Most of them not the same. He sits on a cot, a small little lantern lighting the area. His right hand looks normal, and as it did, as he spoon feeds sort of into the right side of his mouth, the right side of his face looks like it did for the most part. And that's about where the similarities stop. You see that his foot is yellow and black banded chitin. His foot pronged out into two areas with one large toe coming out of the back, almost like a spike. You see that the left arm that protrudes from his shirt is segmented and insectoid, also banded yellow and black, with 4 claw-like appendages on the end of his hand, where his hand would be. And then coming out the side of his face as well, a mandible on his left side, sort of clicking, keeping food from falling out of that side of his mouth, and a faceted red eye, where he turned his head up and looks at you and says, "Well, I've been in better shape before. How you doing, sis?" He stands up and he goes to hug you.
She'll hug him really tight.
He brings his other arm around, hugs you tight.
Fuck. What's happening?
Oh, you know, you just get a little fever. I'm sure I'll be over it next week.
Right? Can you change?
He shifts, and his right side shifts. The other side does not. Shifts back.
DM,
For the
is
most
this the
part.
results of corruption?
You what?
Are these the results of corruption or contamination?
The advanced stages of corruption. Milo,
Does Milo know?
at this
Oh,
point
go
you
ahead,
can
sorry.
at this point you can give me an let's call it a medicine check while you're sort of looking them over in the background there.
Not what it would be were I rolling Arcana, but it'll still be a 22.
Okay. All right, we'll get it in just a second.
What happened? Did you get bitten or a spell or what happened?
I don't think it was any singular thing. It's just being out here and fighting for so long. Maybe it's the bites. Maybe it's the buzzing. I don't know. I'll be all right. There's no worries. We're good.
How do you feel? How have you been feeling?
Fine for the most part. There are times where I kind of, I don't know, I feel absent sometimes. If that makes sense.
Have you done the meditation I told you about?
Yes.
And did it help?
Yes. Roll an insight check.
Knew he was a compulsive liar. Ain't moving before.
I just instinctively don't believe him.
Okay. Then you can roll with that as well.
Yeah, as I say, where'd I go? So that's an 18.
An 18. Okay. Seems to be telling the truth.
The truth. Okay. All right. So how long have we been gone? We were gone like an hour.
Wait, you say that and just his normal eye looks at you. Afraid you've been gone a little bit longer than that, sis. Clearly. Right.
Clearly.
On that medicine check there, Milo. Just to put this in mechanics, to let you know here, I had them roll a d8 because that is how many points of corruption that someone can have. Pip rolled an 8. That medicine check being over 20, you know that Nax or who you know previously as Aelin, is in the unavoidable transformations of the last steps of corruption, and is beyond from most magics stopping it.
So the purge contamination spell that I have access to would not help him at this point.
He is at the 8th level already.
Oof.
So Pip'll hug him really tight and and then kind of like punch him on the shoulder like she always did. And she's like, well, all right, well, we're back now. I have to see what the fuck's going on out there. I'll see you later.
I mean, I'll
And
be
we'll
around.
catch
You
up.
just got here. There's no reason in running off or anything. It's
You
nice
know,
to see a familiar face. I've been hanging out with trolls, and they smell like shit. A lot of right. The whole
They
camp smells
do.
like shit at this point. I smell like shit at this point. You know how long it's been?
You do,
since I've-
brother. You do, brother. I might suggest a bit of a bath. Yeah.
Where? There's no baths
So-
around here. It's good to have
She'll
you
like-
back around here. Let's I'll eat this later. He sort of sets his food off to the side, and walks out of the tent with you.
And so she'll get him to like show her around the camp or whatever. But as she walks out, like she'll let him walk out in front, like he's leading the way. She's gonna turn around and look at Milo and like just a very meaningful look, like I'm coming back. Right. So.
Well, Nex is just walking out to the party. He's not going out from you guys. He says like, it's been a while since I've seen some familiar faces, so this will be nice at least. Get out the fuck out of the Tidgenal from fighting for a little while, hopefully at least. And he's just, as when he says that, he just sort of looks over at the crag itself. And back to you guys.
Well, okay. In that case, she'll like as he's walking out, she'll be like, "All right, well, hang on. I got to talk to Milo for a minute. I'll be right there." Go on. The rest of the group's up at the fire, I believe.
I'm sure that they'll be excited to see me.
They will. They absolutely will. And she's gonna hang back and walk up to Milo and go, "Well,
The magic I have that could potentially reverse it would kill him instantly. It draws on the body's resources to fight off the corruption. With as much corruption as he has, he'd go into the negative of his own life energy. It would kill him. And I don't know how else to help. You can perhaps speak to Kaushik, but what I can do for him would have needed to have been done already.
TLDR, the spell gives you a level of exhaustion for every level of corruption that is removed. So if you have 6 or more points of corruption, it will just murder your ass.
What if I hit him with a death ward before you use that spell on him?
It's exhaustion, not hit points.
And out of character, I'm just going to say this mechanically to you guys again. He is at the 8th level.
Yeah, it's like, no.
This
Gotcha.
is his goodbye. As soon as the timer hits 0, right? Because the 8th level of corruption is monstrous transformation. That is where he's at.
Can I ask you a question, DM?
Sure.
In your DMs, actually. I would like to DM you.
Yeah.
So you
Hey,
carry
buddy,
on.
I'm doing
Sus!
the same thing.
Y'all go for
sliding
it.
into his DMs."
Y'all
Um.
y'all share that conversation unless there's anything else that you have. The rest of you see Nax walking out and see the same sight. What's going on, everyone?
I will have left.
Okay. Genuine.
Probably shortly after people started getting into like, checking in on loved ones. It'd been like, this isn't, this isn't that helpful, and he would have continued on looking for like the command tent or whatever.
Okay. All right. Give me an investigation check.
Sure. Dirty 20. Let's go.
Very nice. All right. We'll get back to you in just a second.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. That's so when folks come outside, again, it's absent.
Okay.
Do you sneak off or anything, or just?
I just
wander
walk off. I just
Okay.
just like you're going to like hugging up on Erish, and then she's getting emotional. And it's like, yeah, whatever. He turns and just walks away.
Cool.
Eris hugs you, breaks that hug up, has that conversation with Pip. Pip goes inside, and so does Milo. The rest of you, Kaushik, Azur, Gainwin walks away whenever this has happened. So RTM, Azur, Crowley, Kaushik, standing around a small fire with Erish. Lucas there too, not talkative at the moment. Just guy needs to contemplate a lot right now, so he's pretty quiet. Erish looks down and pets Slick's ears for a moment. You, for the first time you've been here in these few minutes, you see Erish actually like soften up a little bit.
Yeah, drug dog.
Lets his hands go and from Slick and says, "What happened?"
We went into an area of the Feywild where she had her domain, and you were gone an hour, and weeks have passed, and we came out.
Closer to months at this point.
How many days?
Some. My days are blending together at this point. I don't know.
We saw a few news reports. I wasn't able to scry on the keeper. Is it true?
He looks confused. What did you see? We don't. I mean, we haven't had anything out here. No reports. No nothing. The British army we arrived with. He looks around at the numbers that they have, and Joam's like parts of Joam's army is like, this is what we've had here. Have just been doing our damnedest to keep it contained to this.
Well, the Morn Land has fallen into a giant pit and is not there anymore. The war holds, everything is being turned to rock there, including airships when they get close. Valinar's fighting quickly to probably nothing good. Sharn is gone. It's a hive of illitids or something at the moment. Aberrations flood from towers.
And further north.
Yonder isn't doing so hot.
Really and Artie and my family.
I don't know. They're holding fast at Sharn, best I know, but I don't think anywhere is safe right now. The keeper, I don't think is with us anymore. Is all I mean. And Taraza's not even on the material plane.
Are they even? He looks down at Lucas and like gets you more in between them and lowers his voice. Is that even the priority at this point?
No. But if she is helping facilitate it, then she might know where to strike.
Okay.
You got any other leads? Or anyone else who seems to be doing a good job on this shit show?
No, we have nothing other than Freeland got here. We made it to the gates. And the next we heard was screams from within. And while we thought the Joam army was charging us, we ran past. They ran. And what followed, Artyom, the things that I saw that day. Erish has clearly been affected by this.
Yeah.
Out of character, 2 points of corruption, and his are mental, it seems.
Yeah.
He is having like breakdown level of issues.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I still don't have all the answers yet. We can try to get you to your family in the morning.
he sort of just looks around and says, I don't know if I'm gonna be more use there or not. I'm helping here at the very least.
You're super important. You're amazing at what you do. We're going to need you if we're going to get through this.
So are the people around me too.
I know.
He leans into you, hugs you,
Yep.
and you just sort of hear a bit of a sigh, and he just says, "Why did you have to be gone so long?" We'll cut over to Gandalin. On a 20 investigation check, looking around, you see fairly large tents in the middle of the, or on the back end of the campgrounds. Guards posted around with a 20 investigation, pretty clearly a place of high import. You see quite a few folks standing around, and 2 separate like war tables in there, in which you see that are pretty, even though there are that this is a war camp that is, you know, Breelish and Droamish, Dromish, even Dromish, Dromish, isn't it? You see that this is there's clearly still some like mistrust and a bit of like segregated leadership here, right? Like you have on one side very clearly Breelish soldiers, not shoulders, with Breelish tabards on, as well as like a couple of beefy orcs outside waiting on the other side, protecting in what looks like a Medusa general on the other side.
No familiar figures on the Dromish side of the war camp.
I tell you what, let's just do
no. What do they call the centaurs, the scorpion centaurs?
Oh no. You don't see that guy for sure.
No big homie.
Let's roll familiar faces though. High or low?
Oh, it's high, baby. Oh, it's high.
Okay. You would see it's on the low end of high. I'm gonna say that you know someone probably by reputation on the Breelish side. You see what would one of the lieutenants on the Breelish side, recognizing him as King Borinel's nephew.
Okay. And it was King Borinel's daughter who is the new queen of Breland, or was the new queen of Breland when we left.
So, however family works, that's her cousin, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I figure I'll try my luck on the Brailish side of this split planning area.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of fucking walk up. I'm gonna come walking. You said there were guards or whatever, right?
Yeah, you see a couple of them hold their hand up. As pretty much as soon as they hold their hand up, you hear on the other side, "Let him in." He's looking at you.
This Borinel's nephew?
Yeah.
Or is this somebody else?
Yeah. Sure. Lots of NPCs, but y'all fucked up my whole timeline, so that's on y'all. I kid.
Uh-huh.
You always could
Yeah.
have fudged it, Jones.
Yeah,
always
you
coulda
could have.
fudged it.
You could have said no.
I can't do it. I can't.
We could
Oh,
have.
you can't say no? Look at your DMs real quick.
There's
Look at me being what?
Listen, look at your DMs real quick.
Where that cloak of Galifar?
God damn it.
Get out of
That
here.
fucking cloak. There's some illithid right now in Sean like, ooh, just flying around with that fucking cloak's
I'd
billow.
be furious.
And they look fantastic.
I know where I'm going then.
Walking in here, you see Leovold. Yeah, like Lieutenant Leovold Hammer is his last name.
Leovold what?
Hammer.
Hammer?
That's his last name.
Hell yeah. Dude, Gorm would have loved this guy.
Uses a sword.
Gorm would have wielded this guy by his ankles.
Fair.
That is hilarious.
A hammer, huh?
So Leovold Hammer.
Yeah. Sort of
Exciting.
like early middle, like probably mid 30s looking dude, curly, sort of brown hair on top. Clearly been growing out for a while, like no cut out here, not enough time to get the fade. But sitting out here talking with folks right now. Looks like he's having a meal more so than planning at the moment.
They got like maps and shit though, right?
You see, yeah, they have maps here, and it's mostly of the crag itself with like key choke points marked out, as well as like you see a couple of them that would indicate like where the majority of bugs are coming out. Looking at these very quickly, you can intuit, like you just walk up after he says let them in, look at the maps, and you clearly see that these things are like coming from within the mountain outside.
Right. Oh. Wait, both from inside of it and outside of it? Like they're just coming from everywhere?
No, coming from within to the outside.
Oh, to the outside.
Yep.
They're just gonna kind of look it over for a moment and then like towards them. So
Totally with the pleasure.
any idea where they're coming from within?
No. We haven't been able to send anyone in that far. We can't spare them in, just trying to keep and fight them back.
And how's that going?
Holds his hand out towards the war camp.
How long?
Looks over at, and I assume you're talking about how long has he been fighting folks back at this point?
Yeah.
You guys have been gone for, what would we say, 2 months total?
Like month and a half, 2 months, something like that.
So
Month and a half.
I think
yeah,
it's
you
changed.
just want me to make it up? You guys been gone for 7 years at this point.
I mean, we said 1.5, but then
Someone
Audrey
3
said
months.
something about 3 months since she had seen us.
Well, yeah, because we went other places between
Right.
seeing that.
I didn't think we had we had gone other places for another month and a half.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I thought we
No,
were
it
gone
did
for, like,
about 2 weeks since we'd seen her. Before we went to the Feywild, I believe.
I think there was
thought
some time skip in there, like a couple of weeks of time skip for you guys to do some things, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So at a month and a half time, how long have they been here? He looks down at a count as far as days go, and he's right at about 25 days at this point.
So not quite a month that they have been fighting.
Right.
Okay. Which I could then guesstimate how long it would have taken them to march to the city to bring it up to about a month and a half that we've been gone. I wasn't in the room when
Arish-
with any of these other people.
Oh, you didn't hear Erish say that.
I left,
so,
yeah.
That's right. Never mind. I was gonna say, well,
Like,
Erish
this
did tell
emotional
you,
nonsense. I'm out of here.
But yeah, no, it seems like if you were putting this together in your head that they showed, like, the day they should have showed up that this happened.
Okay.
Does the King of Karnath bring reinforcements? I doubt it.
The King of Garnath just arrived back on the material plane less than a couple hours ago.
Hope your vacation was nice.
It was all right.
Just holds up the hag's head. it was fruitful.
It was all right. What communications have you had back with the rest of Breland?
Minimal. Most communication channels have been severed. I assume due to the same sorts of issues. We had to make quick alliances. He sort of just glances across the tables at this point, just to ensure our survival at this point. I don't think there's much of a plan other than keep it contained at this point.
Survive until you die? Because it doesn't look like y'all are winning.
Anytime you wish to be helpful.
Probably this needs to stop then. And I'm a gesture at the fact that there are 2 tables.
I doubt the separated nature of our war tables is going to make much of a difference at the end of the day. They can still hear us just fine.
She's gonna turn around and walk over to the Dromish war table.
Right.
Look at their map, see if anything looks any different.
No. Essentially
No,
the same.
looks about the same?
Yeah.
And there's just the one Medusa general over here, or is there?
She has a posse for sure. Just like Leovold does. Yeah, they have a posse of people around them, various folks in charge and whatnot. Like,
wait, is Leovold the ranking officer as a lieutenant?
Right now, yeah.
Oh fuck, that is so bad. Oh no. Okay, that's a lot worse than I thought it was. Okay, I thought he just was present. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, like you go over to she's got like minotaurs behind her as well as a couple of ogres and a few trolls as well on her side. Currently sort of in the same thing. Speaking what languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Common, Delkir, Dwarvish, Goblin, and Halfling.
Holy shit, that's a lot of languages. They're you don't understand what they're saying. But it sounds like an ass backwards version of common, almost.
Almost like you would say it's undercommon,
right?
Perhaps. I'm just come up, look over their maps real quick.
You're immediately approached, not being recognized here. Can we help you?
I look back over my shoulder at the Brailish guys. I'm pretty sure the goal is for everyone to be helping with all that.
At the end of the day, surely.
So what are y'all doing about it, I mean?
Just gonna say eating at the moment.
What you wearing?
Attempting to contain it. I don't know if we can, but we're going to try.
With I saw coming in, that looks kind of fucking impossible.
Well, she points to a point on the map which kind of outlined almost like a border, which you might think is the wall at first, but is a little bit closer than the wall itself. Makes it an issue when as soon as our soldiers end up crossing this line within earshots of the canals, or the caves rather, they start losing their minds. Makes it a bit difficult. There's droning coming from the caves, some type of buzzing. We've had men turn on each other. She doesn't say men.
Troops.
Turn on each other.
Tried giving them earplugs. Do they have to be able to hear it, I mean?
Doesn't seem like it. Seem like it sinks into the very bones of them. Some of them looks back at like a current like almost like a latrine type ditch that is on fire. Outright changed physically.
That's only this canal that she's talking about. Is this just like the front, like going in the front door, of the crag, or where is this exactly?
So the line that she's drawn is like almost in the middle of, like, closer towards where the castle would be. And I'll just to give you guys perspective, the wall of the Great Crag is hundreds of feet tall, like black iron, sort of like Mordor style wall, right? You can't see anything on the other side. The map that she's sort of showing you in the holes, there should be like buildings there and stuff like that. There's nothing denoting buildings or anything that's there currently on the map. The line that she has is closer towards where the crag actually V's off at the moment.
So the problem is you can't get inside.
Not only can we not get inside, getting close is an issue. Even if we wanted to try to collapse in tunnels just to hold them off for a little bit of time, we can't even grant ourselves that.
Anybody who worked in the jail still left?
Give it a little knowledge check. If they are, I don't know about it. We had been made aware that some of our folks were killed before any of this mess started. That started the confusion down in the cells, but
it's tragedy. Unfortunate timing.
You look heartbroken.
What's she saying?
You look heartbroken.
Yep. All right. You should probably see if you can find any of them. In the meantime, push these together. By the two tables.
She sort of raises.
I mean, you want to sit around here and just get slaughtered eventually, or what?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm proficient in those now. Ooh. Almost. It was so close. 26.
26.
Got a 19 plus 7, baby.
You see that this Medusa, much like the one that you guys met in Vralkek, has like a veil over her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the top of her forehead move up, and in like intrigue with just the command of move the tables.
I got that unnecessary aggressive riz.
She flips her hand upside down and says, "Convince your Breelish friends. We won't have a problem with it."
I'm just gonna point out like a couple of the trolls and the Minotaurs, like, tell them to go ahead and start pushing then, and I'll turn and walk back over.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, that's going over here.
Another persuasion check.
Fuck. This is gonna be the opposite. I can already feel it. Okay, not actually that much worse. 21.
21. Holy shit.
So 14 plus 7.
Okay.
Fucking John said, "Wait, whoa, Ian, you're not supposed to roll good. Stop this. Stop this."
Ian, I'm just going off his history, all right?
Alignment change, luck change. Let's go.
Ian says, "I was meant for this shit.
I was meant for this. I was made for this."
The less you pay her, the more successful you are.
Must be what it is.
Okay.
Also, if there's anybody left within the Braelish army who has previously managed to infiltrate the crag, or was planning to.
Say it one more time. Sorry.
Is there anybody left within the Braelish army who either has previously infiltrated the crag or was like planning to do so during like the siege or whatever?
Yeah, we have scouts that was set aside for
that. They all together, or they just kind of spread out now?
Well, he can take you to them.
Just make sure they're on notice, I suppose. And in the meantime, I want to know, as tables are getting moved, I want to know everything you know about anything that's come out of that fucking place.
Start squeezing tables together, and just by the the presence of a king. Sit down, tell this to them. 2 tables now united at this point. Scouts are going to be grabbed, and they start going over details of what's coming out of this place.
Yeah, I want all the enemy types. I want to know where their weak points are. I want
these guys just straight up like it's been a while since they've been given direct orders, and now that someone comes in and do it, they like fall into order just almost by habit. But you start doing that. We're gonna go to the rest of the party for a moment. That's gonna take a couple of hours for them to tell you everything that they need to know and go like making plans with you and stuff like that. What is everybody else
gathering
doing?
up scouts that may know things about the layout of the crag, and specifically folks who lived and worked in the crag that know the layout of the jail.
Okay. They can give you a layout of the jail. Also, you were in the jail, so you have a little bit of personal knowledge.
I want NPCs that can talk to other NPCs, like basically guides.
Right.
People that could guide other like groups.
Oh, easily that people that know the prison a little bit.
Yeah,
I say easily.
Yeah, that's what I guess I should have specified. People that would be familiar with and would be like they know their way in and around and through that area is what I was looking for.
Yeah, you got some that know it well, and let's just roll. So she says, I'm sure we can find someone. It's just going to take some time to sort of get that information out. We can send some folks out looking for it now, though, for in-depth knowledge. I think some of us have a basic knowledge, but an in-depth knowledge, we could probably find someone. It just might take some time. Leovold looks at you and says, our scouting parties are due back before the sun sets. So a couple of hours, they should be here.
All right. Proceed to debrief these motherfuckers.
Gotcha. For the rest of you, I got some Facebook messages to read, but if there are conversations or anything else that you would like to talk about,
read them out loud.
You should do it.
Share with the class.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh, don't do that.
You can't go passing notes.
You can't
read
let
them,
Ian know I'm
teacher.
talking shit about him, bro. You can't tell him
I'm
what
aiming
I
a
say.
high-powered sniper rifle at the back of Gandalf's head. Let me know when to roll the attack roll.
That's Milo. I don't have a gun.
Do it, you won't.
Artyom would go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Artyom would notice eventually that Gandalf's gone, and
he didn't sneak off. He just left.
And would kind of approach Kashik and be like, "Hey, did Gandalf get the flask from you?"
He didn't take it. I just put it back in my bag.
Okay.
He said to hold on to it because it wouldn't be safe letting her back up there anyway, so.
Correction. Lucas said it wouldn't be safe. He said, Gandalf said there was no real point to it right now.
Yeah. Well.
I just think there's an important distinction there if Kashik wants to
Correct.
make it. If Kashik wants to make that distinction.
Certainly.
Give it to me.
Squints my beady little eyes. Why?
Because I can keep it in this bag and keep it safe. Because I want to know when Gandalf eventually goes to get it.
Kashik's just gonna lean in close. Less squinty eyes, just more, genuinely curious eyes. Why?
And Pip would have walked up at this point because she was going to talk to Kashik too, so she would have come up just in time to hear that, and it would have been like, "Oi, why?"
Well, he was very crazed to get his son or daughter or kid back, whatever it was going to be, and now it seems like he doesn't care. Or definitely is at the bottom of his list, so I want to keep it close.
What purpose? You didn't pay so much attention to it before, or to him and what he wanted.
What do you mean?
Your friend was falling apart, and you didn't do anything but plan to push forward. Why do you care about his frame of mind now?
I mean, I just noticed a difference. That's all. No one's doing good right now. I don't know why you're trying to. What, do you want to take a siesta? Let's go back to Tuki Tuki.
That'd be nice. Kaushik says as she reaches into her bag to hand him the flask.
Do you want to hold on to it instead?
I don't care about it either way. I don't know where that accent came from. I'm from Australia now. Me and Nilbo are best friends.
Crikey!
The tentacles are messing up your British accent. They're getting in the way.
That's her lifted accent.
I don't really much care about it, so it's just curious. No, you do.
I planned on talking to him about it later, but if you want to hold on to it, that's fine.
As long as you can keep it safe.
I'll do my best. That suggestion was for either of you, if either of you wanted to hold on to it.
Pip don't have a bag.
Yeah.
And she don't care.
I'm just gonna lean close. To be honest with you, Artyom, I don't think she matters much to Pip or myself, so.
Okay. I'll toss it in the hat.
Pip's gonna ask Kaushik, can you fix him? Well, said he can't. Can you?
DM that I'm reading to see if I can, so give me just a second. Maybe. If I could, it wouldn't be until I've had rest and just enough at work. But I could try. Maybe tomorrow, if he makes it through. Till then.
Saying he might not make it till tomorrow.
I'm not an authority on corruption, but I've seen the kind of things that, no offense, people can turn into. So, he might live, but he won't be him. I'll just hope that he can.
I might be able to bring him back. I have to talk with Milo about it. I won't be able to save him.
DM, would Milo know if he would be easier or harder to bring back if he was killed by the purging process?
Artyom's suggestion is to absolutely kill him with the purging process and try to reincarnate him as making an entirely new body without corruption.
That is what I was asking the DM, is if that would help or if it would really matter if that was what killed him or not.
So you're
if the corruption is more like...
Go ahead.
I would say, like, is the corruption in the body or the soul?
That is like, what I am. I literally have that typed out to your previous message. Actually, I'm just going to press send on it so you can see I'm not lying to you.
Oh no.
The last part of that sentence that I just hit enter on is will solve the problem.
Like the sound of that.
But give me a second. I'm not trying to rob anybody of anything. But you guys are all asking me different ways to approach this. You're asking if siphoning off the corruption first would make it any easier in the resurrection process. The answer is no. The resurrection process is its own thing. If he dies one way or the other, bringing him back is not a guaranteed thing. It's just a matter of rolling to see if he comes back.
Could he, per the message I had sent you, do the purging as part of like a greater overarching ritual?
Well, with the intent being
transfer, but to purify in the process.
Shove it all in a crystal.
You're talking. I mean, you're still talking
Grenade.
about death at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? So, like,
it's basically trying to grab the soul that just got released by the purging process before it gets way like gotcha, and then slam it in.
Right. That would still look like not a revivify, but like a resurrection spell or something. It would still carry the same risk of of Nax not being able to come back. It's the matter of the magics of like you're purging the soul, but if that soul isn't willing to transfer, or isn't willing to go along with it, or for other reasons is tired and just wants to move on to something else, you're not gonna. No amount of magic will stop that.
I'm gonna be real. Milo was gonna ask Nax ahead of time. He wasn't just gonna do it. Right. Like, do you want a second chance to maybe keep helping?
Yeah, I just, in full transparency, I had that perfectly fine to have that conversation. I think things are different once you're in the scenario, right? Like, not that any of us would know what it's like to be dead or anything like that, but like after the fact and all the pains, right? Like Shakespeare, all that good stuff, all this slings and pains, whatever the poem is, of life. Like once those all fall away, will he still be willing to return?
Right. Well, and that's why I kind of there would probably be, or I would hope or expect there'd be some difference between like you've gone off to the the verdant fields of the afterlife and then you're being asked to come back versus like you're 0.03 seconds away from the mortal coil and we tried to bring you back.
I will point your attention really quickly, Milo, so you can read some things to the spell Siphon Contamination if you're not already looking at that. And what were you saying, Pip?
Oh, like I think just for like hand waving a little bit, like she would have beckoned Milo over to be having this like as a group conversation, and so that this is like happening, amongst everybody.
Yeah.
Would if you were to do reincarnation on him as corrupted, would that, I guess first off, would him being corrupted at all prove an increase in difficulty to the resurrection process?
Yes, if they aren't removed beforehand. They have to be removed beforehand.
Gotcha.
Just as an option, Milo, not saying that is the direction to go or anything like that. But...
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just reading through it.
Gotcha.
So it gives you levels of exhaustion whenever he does them, so he would essentially have 2 levels of corruption.
One of the spells. You're just trying to talking about purging some of the current levels of corruption.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say the spell doesn't let me pick how much as written. I don't know what the DM will allow. It is not written that I get to pick how much is purged. It simply says it purges them of their levels of contamination, and for every level of contamination they had previously, they gain a level of exhaustion.
All contamination levels and mutations are removed. All of them when you use that spell.
Okay. So it'd be better to do a resurrection than a reincarnation then, because the reincarnation really isn't giving you a net positive.
I mean, you're just changing it up at the end of the day.
I don't think any of it is going to work if he is not purified.
No.
However,
is he going to come back as a half bug, half changeling in his physical form, if that's what we resurrect him into? Or would that revert to changeling?
The purging removes that factor. The purging removes the transformation.
Gotcha.
If that is the way it's gone about. Purging will instantly kill him, though.
Is there another way?
Technically,
he says, reading spell information.
I'll be back with you. I need to look at some things.
Arshik said he won't make it till tomorrow, or he might not.
I know.
He is not going to turn all the way.
Make sure when you're reading that spell there, Cody, you'll know what I'm referring to, but read the very bottom part of it in the bold. Just for our RP purposes. You'll know what I'm referring to.
Can I?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know what you're referring to.
Okay.
If we were to store him in the flask, would he just be living in the flask, or does it kind of pause him in time?
That's a good question.
Can I?
That's a very good question.
Jonesy, can I kind of play the system a little bit here?
Oh, like we're not all trying to play the system right now. Join the fucking club.
The reason that I have to
I'm
wait
not.
until tomorrow is because I
Shut up,
can't
Ian.
change the spell on the Ruby Reef Gem until after a long rest. But if I give it to another spellcaster, can they just attune to it and choose Wish, and then use it tonight?
If you
I don't have a 9th level spell slot anyway, so.
do what?
Huh?
Said I don't have a 9th level spell slot to spend
Does
anyway.
anybody-
Crowley's here. We've got Crowley. We've got Milo.
Is-
Fuck me.
Crowley said, I'm not
DM.
taking exhaustion for that kid.
DM, I'm about to send you something.
All I could see is just a little bit of his
It's an
head.
8th level spell slot. No, it's not. It's a 9th level spell.
Yeah, it's a 9th level spell.
Yeah, nine. What is the material cost for Wish as well?
I
Is-
can't
is-
remember.
is there
It's
one?
not. It's
I
not
don't know if
super
it
high.
has one.
No, you can create something that's
Yourself?
worth material amount, but I don't think it is.
Your well-being.
Yeah.
yeah.
Your well-being, yes.
Your well-being. That's crazy.
I had a way, but then everything didn't work out, huh?
I mean, that was a good idea. I'm not gonna lie. That was good thinking. If anybody still had a 9th level.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one who does.
Yes.
A creature in the flask does not age, so I would say it pauses time for them.
Oh,
It says they don't need to breathe, eat, or drink, and doesn't age.
That is incredibly important, DM, and obviously the way that playing out would depend on a few things, but as a concept, let me know what that is, because if so, Milo's probably going to come running back pretty quickly.
Wait, if you use the Ruby Reef Gem, do you have to have the spell slot? You do, don't you?
yeah. You still have to have the slot. It just lets
Yeah.
you cast it. It allows you to cast it.
If that's the case, Artyom's probably gonna break out in the middle of that conversation and let him know it's gonna go. Talk to Gandalin about popping his baby mama and kid out so that they can save Nix. Like, hey,
Y'all are all in the circle right now. I assume Nax has been sent off somewhere, or is just going to finish off his dinner at the moment.
Bashik is going to go ahead and start her long rest just to try to try
Lays
my
down.
fucking best
Fuck
to
this,
help
I'm
this
going to-
man, bro.
Don't let me know.
Melatonin. Take a melatonin.
She just lays down, just
I'm gonna cast
Pinnacle
sleep
head,
on myself.
like-
I'm gonna cast sleep on myself.
you're gonna have to upcast the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll do it.
I mean, you could probably put Artyom to sleep pretty easily. I think he's only got like 40 hit points at the moment.
Lord.
Oh, you didn't get hit with the mass heal, did you?
Nope.
That's rough, buddy.
40 hit points, yep. And that's after the +3 for leveling up.
Ooh,
Golly.
that's rough.
I do
buddy.
have a good amount of spell slots left. If you want me to heal you before I go to sleep, I can hit you with like a cure wounds or something.
No, I'm good. We'll probably get attacked in the middle of the night.
Yeah, perfect. Love that. So hopefully I get my 12 hours in beforehand. Night, everybody.
I'm
See
glad
you
I have
later.
that.
12 hours?
Wait, how long's the long rest? Is it 8 hours?
8.
Jesus.
6 to 8, yeah.
I was 6 to 8. There's a 6.
Illithids need their 12 hours of beauty sleep.
I only need 6 because I'm
Yeah.
ugly. So I'm gonna go to sleep for 6 hours and then I'm gonna do my best to
I'm sorry,
help
what did you just say there, Brittany?
Well, Kaushik isn't.
What?
Kaushik is the most beautiful person on this planet.
Kaushik is an undead illithid.
Right.
Like dry and crinkly. Like
Before I legitimately am gonna go ahead and go start my long rest, but beforehand I'm gonna take Pip by the hands and be like, I promise I'll do everything again, and then peace out.
I sent you a reply.
Oh, gotcha. No, that's why that is why it would be pertinent for the flask if that freezes him. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So
I mean, it
Milo
says,
would
it says
probably
they don't age, so I am willing to say that it freezes time for those folks.
Milo would come sprinting in.
I have a plan, Pip, but we have to get him in the flask. Where is he? Where's the flask? You have to do it right now. I don't have the resources to do it today, but there's a chance I could do it tomorrow.
RTM said he was going to talk to Gandowan about using the flask. But that means
great
dumping
minds.
out a it requires dumping out a pregnant woman in the middle of a battle. Not really sure
Well,
how
are
well
we-
Gandowan's going to take it.
Are we not freeing her soon anyway? We're just gonna leave her there?
I want to clarify here, just because I said it, but I know like literally world-ending implications. Like she is so very close to yeah. She's about to have that baby.
Any day.
Baby,
Any day.
baby, about to
Any
come.
moment.
Moment.
Any
Moments.
moment. Any moment.
Any moment.
It's like I roll a D4
Dumping her out of the
for-
flask is probably going to
She
kick
comes
in
out of that
labor.
flask. I'm immediately rolling a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, can I ask a
God
question?
Whoa, whoa. Are you
Wait, if
saying
I-
my
if I-
mom hung around until she
Labor-
saw a con save and then popped me out?
What do you think?
That,
What do you think water breaking is, man?
Jonesy, I actually have a weird question. Because it doesn't stop time casting etherealness on somebody, but if I cast etherealness on her, would she just have her baby in the ethereal plane?
Why the fuck would you want her?
Ethereal baby.
Because in my brain, I was like, I can cast etherealness, and it'll essentially send her to another plane. And I was thinking the same thing that like banishment does, where it stops time, but it's just for a longer amount of time. But then my
Banishment
brain was like,
doesn't stop
etherealness
time.
doesn't stop time. Well, banishment, well, you're kind of like prone and
You're
you
just incapacitated. You just can't do anything.
Would she still have a baby if she was just?
Maybe.
Yes, you
Oh,
can
but
still have a
that's
baby
crazy.
in detention. Yeah.
Okay.
Watson, we need to know
also
the
could-
answers to these questions.
What would happen if the baby was born in the ethereal plane? What would go
I
on
will
there?
Probably
say-
get eaten.
Oh God.
All right, let's hear the RTM Gandowan conversation.
Carry on.
Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, I'm sorry.
If
Go
we
ahead.
can keep her until tomorrow, I can also get her to a place of safety, like
She will
indefinitely.
probably, or he will probably not make it through the night. Is what it
No,
sounds
I'm
like.
saying if we can dump her out now, and if she can hold the baby until
Oh,
tomorrow.
hold the baby
I
until
can-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
I
she comes out. Somebody
Well,
hits her with
well,
petrify and just
let's-
turns her into a statue overnight. And then
Okay,
the
I
next
don't
day,
think for
greater
think a lot of
restoration.
Okay,
I don't
guys.
think that-
Okay, we're doing a lot of talking over each other. I'm gonna rein it back in real
Full-
quick. I'm gonna rein it back in.
full mechanical
I'm gonna
clarity.
rein it back in. All right, we're all talking over each other.
Man. Go ahead, Cody.
Okay, let's start off with the conversation between Artyom and Ganwin here. That's where you're walking, and then we'll flash back over here. We're gonna have the conversation here, and we'll go after this point. We're talking over each other at this point. So Artyom and Ganwin. Artyom, you find Ganwin over at the leadership tents, getting debriefed by the lieutenants around this table from folks, but you see Ganwin there getting debriefed. Debriefed.
I will not bother jumping into their whole conversation and just pop into Ganwin and said, "Hey, I get to talk to you."
What for?
Your child and the woman carrying it, I need to get them out of the flask. Otherwise, Peep's brother won't make it through the night.
Okay.
Where do you want me to put them?
Out to the way, probably.
Well, let's do a little roll here. Okay. All right. Anywhere in a big battlefield, you're cool with that? You just all
This
right.
is a war camp, not a battlefield.
He beats sure as fuck looks like both of me. Anyway. Okay. Arjun's gonna pop the fucking cork just right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Ooh. Let's see, what dice do I get to roll now for and hope for that natural one.
Archam's going to consider himself being in a party of one.
Oh, for the purposes of her being charmed by you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and Slick.
Okay.
Slick's with me always, I guess.
Just want to do everything by the rules, and let's look up Iron Flask. I think it says you and your companions, but I think you can dictate who your allies are.
If it says companions,
it does say the creature is friendly to you and your companions for 1 hour and obeys your commands for that duration. If no commands, if you give it no commands or give it a command that is likely to result in death, it defends itself but otherwise takes no actions. At the end of the duration, the creature acts in accordance with its normal disposition and alignment.
Man here to hold that baby in.
I guess my question is this, I'll allow it, but it will be a more permanent decision than just for this moment. I don't want to say more permanent, but a more lasting decision than just this moment.
what do you mean?
I mean that if you are not going to consider Ganowin an ally in this moment, that is going to have implications later down the line.
I would say that I am wary of Ganduin possibly having like a mind swap at the moment, is what Artyom believes. That it isn't suggesting it to anyone.
Okay.
Artyom don't know what the fucking alignment is, so as far as he knows, daughter
Vibes. What are the vibes?
daughter of Sorakatra is like, oh, I've corrupted him, and there's like a
I cut her head off.
like
I killed her.
a copy of her in his brain, like some freaking Lashiel shit or something.
Oh, that would actually go kind of hard. Hold on.
Name I haven't heard in a while.
Where to point at?
Oh! I cry every time.
Right, every time. All right. So
Pour one out.
what's it gonna be?
It'll have to. Artyom's at the end of the fucking world, so he's gonna take every precaution. So not an ally for right now.
Okay. You pop stop. Autumn pops out.
Water breaks. Bruh! Just a no shit.
She looks around confused, sees you, recognizes you. Where are we?
We're in a war camp outside of the Great Crag. They need to use the flask to save a friend of ours that won't make it through the night.
Okay.
Ganduin is right here.
Ganduin.
That hasn't looked away from the table, probably. Probably like glanced over when he first saw him pop the cork and then went right back to what he was doing.
I guess he's busy right now. Can I sit down somewhere? Do you have somewhere that I can sit?
Yeah, we can get you someplace comfortable for a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Ganduin. Again.
Glances over briefly and just kind of does like a little like side nod and then back to planning.
The big squint, the big mental squint.
She starts walking. She like
shrug emoji response.
As you guys are walking over, you are still planning over there again on sort of getting a debrief on bugs and types. Like after a while, there's like battlefield artists that are coming out that are showing you like literally different types of horrifying fucking bugs and shit.
Interesting.
The rest of you folks in the camp, what are you doing? Koshik's trying to get to sleep.
I will definitely. I will come back when Koshik's trying to get to sleep and definitely wake her and everyone else up. So wake her up and get the attention of other
Clang,
folks,
clang, clang.
along with Autumn. She's like slowly drifts up.
Hold up, Arthur.
Good.
I need to
good.
know where everybody else is and what they're doing in camp while you're walking over.
Pip would have been sitting with Nax, like just, hanging out, trying to joke around with him, keep him in good spirits while waiting on RTM to get back.
Yeah. Roll another insight check for me.
$18.
18. Nax is in good spirits. You don't think it's forced? You don't think it's anything? You think he's just kind of rolling with the punches now? You think he's just kind of okay with what's happening at the moment, and it's just a matter of like, you think he's over the hill of acceptance of what's to come. So at this moment, I think we get a bit of maybe a flashback moment, just a moment in time sort of mirroring what's happened of you guys hanging out on like a skyscraper in Sharn, like just legs dangled over the side, throwing like small pebbles at passerbys as they drive by or something like that. Just having a good time. Flashback to the current moment. He's sitting here having a good conversation with you. There's nothing weighing him down.
Great. She'll just be soaking up that interaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Milo, Azur, Kaushik is trying to get a nap in.
Milo would have first used his ear device to.
RTM, I understand you're going to find Gandalin. Can you ensure that Nax gets preserved in the bottle? I have an idea.
That's the plan.
All right. I will see you shortly. I have to gather some materials.
We also need to do some other very quick things. This baby is going to pop like soon, and I know we need to get no, very soon. And I don't think we should. It's going to be bad enough having a baby above a Zoriat shithole, but also a daughter of Sorakel kind of filled her with all kinds of nasty stuff. So we might need to do some extensive.
Run it through a Brita filter. Sorry, I don't know why that came to mind.
Some extensive looking at her to make sure this baby's gonna come out without horns and tentacles and stuff.
Okay.
Right. I'll be right back.
But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Fucking John's like, I'm trying.
No, go ahead.
Physically, Milo will be looking for a assistant as described.
Okay. All right.
What does that mean? Practitioner of the necromantic arts.
Any sort of parameters around that, you could just send the message to me.
Roger.
Milo takes a step away, getting a couple feet away. Azur, what are you doing?
Before Milo steps away, I wanted to talk to him.
You gotta grab him.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's like frantic busy mode.
I know. You know a lot more about time and timelines and potential time travel than I do. Can't remember if you were there. When we went to that tower. But there's a door that takes back 24 hours. I don't know if it would take us back 24 hours in this timeline.
Don't do that. Nope.
Or
don't
literally
touch that shit.
Nope. Like.
Don't go back. Bad. Very bad. No coming back.
How bad?
No coming back.
This is not bad.
Okay, well, would you like to leave everyone here behind and never ever see them again, and understand that the version of everyone that you speak to is not the same version of anyone you've ever spoken to before, and everything is as a facsimile to you, as you are not native? As I understand it. It's an imprecise thing, but I do know that if you go back, there's no coming back, forward, or to the side? The perspective's a little weird, but you get what I'm saying.
Not really, but okay, yeah, sure.
He gives out like, I don't really get it either, but
Yeah, okay. Never mind then.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna interrupt Milo.
And as soon as Crowley said, "Oh God, she's having a baby," get here, Milo, right now.
Milo, I'm going to your
Yes,
mother.
Crowley, what's up? What?
Check your tone. I'm going to go check your mother and my daughter, so I need to leave.
Yes. I would go with you, but I have to help here with a couple of different things.
Understood. I figured I'd give you the offer. And
Autumn
he's
grabs
gonna
your stomach. She grabs onto your arms. She goes, "Oh, I think," and you look, and her water's broken. It's
temporal
what's
shunt.
happening. I need to.
The homie.
Fuck.
It's definitely happening. It's just 6 seconds later. It's just, I think I'm having the baby now. If we need to get somewhere. I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Can you cast
I thought you were about to
vortex
say
warp
roll
on a baby?
initiative.
Did y'all wake me up, or am I still sleeping?
Our team hasn't gotten to the camp yet.
Sick.
Jones, that's an actual question.
What's up?
Can you vortex warp a baby?
No. We're not getting into that. If that baby is born, yes. You ain't vortex warping a baby out of its mama.
What did you ask me to roll?
Perception checks from everybody.
Perception checks.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, everybody,
24.
everybody, or just
Everybody. DC
Oh,
15 from the folks at the camp. DC 20 from Artyom and
Oh yeah.
Autumn,
Oh,
and then DC 25 being way out. Gandalf.
Do I roll it too to see if she wakes me up?
Are you just? Did you instantly go to sleep?
Well, I mean, I don't. How long has it been? How long they been talking?
Not very long.
Game? I don't know. Maybe I'm
15,
still
20
awake.
minutes.
I don't know. 20. If it's 20 minutes, yeah, I went to sleep.
Okay.
unless I've advantage
Yeah.
for some reason. No.
Oh, she
Natural
probably
20
woke me
plus
up.
9.
Natural
Wait,
20
no,
plus
she
9.
didn't.
25.
Crowley's talking to you, Milo, and you don't even hear the last words that he's saying.
13.
With a natural 20, and hold on to those numbers. Write your numbers down if I don't get to you, because we're gonna end for tonight.
Oh, okay.
On a natural 20, Milo, the last words don't even register to you from Crowley, as you hear
Like that.
in the distance towards the crag, "Bug breach!" And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Did you say bug breach?
I said bug breach.
Slug breach.
Ah!
Oh, we're about to be
Please.
diving some hells,
Stones
boys.
of liberty!
I'm gonna try to sleep through the bug breach.
Get the
Let's
fuck
go.
out of here.
I put my earplugs
We're
in.
gonna have Warforged on the western front and the bugs on
No!
the eastern front.
So, folks, it was a session. It's been a wild session. Wild and crazy
Let's
times.
go.
Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I hope you guys had fun as well. Thank you for playing with me, as always. I mean, it's about to be something like that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and everything. We are Hard Knock Dice. We stream on Saturdays for the moment. We just wrapped up our Whispers in the Dust campaign. Our epilogue was on Wednesday. Go check it out because it was really dope. It was a really cool campaign. Shout outs to Ian for running that for us. It was a dope cowboy campaign, so go check it out.
Everyone said they're playing their same characters in the sequel session or sequel series.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
It had a very happy ending. It was all very.
Can a tiefling be a reborn?
All I'm gonna say is folks are out here leveraging IRL stuff against us. Anyways.
Don't say folks.
Oh, that you
I did what I was
facilitated it.
told.
You facilitated. Anyways, go watch it. Check it out. It's very, very good. Also, we're raising money with Extra Life specifically for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So go click on that. So maybe their babies don't have to be born in bug breach times. Save babies from bug breaches. Go donate to Extra Life.
Yeah.
No more.
This is Across Eberron. We stream this on 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check us out. And what else? Is that everything? Drop a follow on here, right here on Twitch, so you get notified when we go live. You can follow us on Twitter as well. We announce all sorts of new campaigns, and we also, if you're interested in playing with us, sometimes we also do casting calls in our Discord. So go check that out as well. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna raid some TTRPG folks. Let's raid our good friends over at Legends of Evantris, because those guys are hilarious. I'm gonna start that up. Guys, if you're feeling it, the subscribe button is right down there. That helps us out a ton. We just buy D&D stuff with it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. We buy D&D books with it. D&D, like we buy Tailspire with it and all that sorts of cool stuff. So if you're feeling it of your hearts of hearts and you really enjoyed your time tonight, think about it, consider it. Make sure you donate to Extra Life. Thank you guys, and much love. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Yeah.